here.
3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the last and third episode of Fringes of the Empire. If you're listening now, thank you so much for waiting. We've been incredibly busy, so there have been quite a few delays. And I know you were expecting a 4-part series, however, given the direction the campaign's going and future plans, we thought it would be best to end it here tonight, one way or another. Either the Inquisitors and the Troopers go down, or the party does. What's gonna happen? Let's find out. But before we do, let's introduce ourselves. Firstly, Mr. Kramers.
Hi, Aaron Kramers, filmmaker and artist, and I play as Kaliban Rawh.
Nice. Devin.
I'm Juju Chabuchi, self-taught Sith Lord, and cowardice trader.
So good, so good.
Gungan. Oh yeah.
Alright, the other Devin.
I'm a good-looking R2 unit, and don't say much, so.
Fair enough. What about you, Richard?
Richard Doan. I'm playing Canderous Breeze, which, for those who watched the previous episode, found out that I am a Mandalorian foundling.
Nice. And last but not least, Tad.
Hi, I'm Tad. I'm a character designer / filmmaker and kind of a little bit of everything. And I'm playing Thaddeus, or Mithadeuso is his Chiss name. And he's a hunter who is kind of with the group so that he can hunt a Sith Inquisitor.
And tonight, he may gain his wish. Alright guys, hop on to Roll20 if you haven't already, because it's time for an introduction. Previously, on Fringes of the Empire, our miscreants Canderous Breeze, Juju Tabuti, Dice, Kaliban Rawh, S3XY, and Tad Brock have all been brought together under the weight of the Inquisitors as they are maintaining 2 Sith warriors who are meant to be brought to justice. But of course, the party was hired on to find a new home for these people, in which they needed to avoid the Empire's clutches, and their last-ditch effort in order to avoid a large Imperial-class vessel was to land on the dangerous planet of Mandalore. After Dice managed to persuade Calyx, Officer Calyx. Sorry guys, I'm blanking for some reason. After persuading him, they all managed to land on the planet of Mandalore by the skin of their teeth, managing to outrun the Empire behind them. After discussing what to do next, the party figured out that it was time to leave, as several Imperial cruisers were heading in their direction. Not cruisers, vessels, small Imperial vessels. And after Canderous called a mysterious figure who turned out to be his father to come help, and a pretty intense battle occurred. The Imperial vessels were destroyed, and all but one small vessel remained. The vessel containing a very disappointed father of Canderous Breeze. Now, the party finds themselves face to face with the Inquisitor herself, along with an army of death troopers. And now, what will happen next? As Thaddeus opened fire, all hell will break loose. Will the party make it out in one piece? Will the Inquisitor finally bite the dust? Tune in now to find out for Fringes of the Empire, Episode 3, Freedom at Last. So, as you all kind of ended up on the planet, Canderous, along with your father, along with Thaddeus and S3XY, decided to kind of hide out in the cavern. Not particularly well, as they were almost immediately noticed by the transportation ship swooping in their direction, alongside Inquisitor Jaina with her bright red eyes and a dark cloak and bright red lightsabers, along with 6 intimidating death troopers. I'm hearing myself on somebody else's end. Never mind. Okay. 6 Imperial Death Troopers wearing black tar-like paint on their armor, red lights blaring through, and what almost sounds like muffled screams as they communicate with one another. First, I believe we ended last session with Thaddeus opening fire on Inquisitor Jaina. Was that correct?
Yeah, I was doing a sneak attack, and I was gonna use a sneak attack and try to get a headshot on the Inquisitor.
Alright, why don't you go ahead and make me that sneak attack right now? So basically roll a blaster attack with advantage. So you could click on...
Attack with advantage.
Yeah.
Second here.
So
I was gonna say, it's been a while since I've used this, so I gotta remember how to...
So basically you go to the weapon you want to use, which I'm guessing in this case is your blaster pistol, and you click on it.
Yes.
And we take
Okay,
the higher
1 second
roll.
here. Dang it all! Where is the dice roll thing? There it is. Okay. So
Well, you can also go
dice
into your character
roll-
sheet and just click on the item. And it should roll it for you.
Okay, where's that though?
So you go into your character
Like-
sheet, you go down, it's in attacks and power casting, and there should be something that says blaster pistol.
Where's my character sheet though?
It's
Do I just
in-
click my name.
Sorry, the journal. It's the journal folder. And yeah,
Oh.
you click into that and then find Thaddeus. You should be able to
Yep,
find your
got
character
it.
sheet, scroll down to attacks and power casting, and click on blaster pistol.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. Blaster pistol.
Do it.
Character sheet. Blaster pistol. Oh, there. Did that roll?
24 will definitely hit. Go ahead and click on the blaster pistol. Under what you rolled, there should be, if you hover over blaster pistol and click on it, it should roll damage.
Blaster pistol damage. Okay.
No, you just click on blaster pistol here. So in
Okay,
the
yeah.
messages, sorry, what is it called? Dang it, chat. Under the chat, you see where the attack
Yeah.
roll is. You click on the blaster pistol in the chat, and something like this should happen.
Oh, okay. I see. Gotcha. So click that.
Yeah, alright, so that's 5, and
5.
I need you to roll 4d6 on top of that. So you do have to go to the dice roller for this. Left-hand side, under
Okay,
d6, click 4.
D6. Whoops.
No, just roll it 3 more times.
2,
Ooh,
3.
nice. That's 11, that's 14.
4.
18 plus 5 is 23 points of blaster damage. Whew. So you kind of like hold out your blaster pistol, and what did you say you were aiming for again?
Right on the head.
So you peek around the corner, you aim for the head, you blast it, and it kind of like hits her right in the side of the neck and just leaves like a nasty burn mark into her neck. As she takes 23 points of damage and immediately turns to your direction and just says, I think it's not just the Sith that need to be taught some manners. Men? And they pull out their guns. I need everyone to roll for initiative. And how this is going to work is that I need you to click on your token first, go into your character sheet, and near the top there should be a section that says initiative, and click on the text that says initiative.
Initiative.
Nice. Okay. Ooh. Oh, guys. Hey! There you go. That's more like it. Nice, nice, nice. Rolling for the Death Troopers. Ooh, that's pretty high.
Looking for the. Oh, there it is.
For the Inquisitor. That's pretty good too. Now, I'll also roll for your father, Candaris.
He's gonna leave us again.
Alright, so, which case, Kaliban, what'd you get for initiative?
11.
11, not bad, not bad. Juju, what'd you get for initiative? 8, gotcha.
I can't hear him.
Yeah,
Can you guys hear him?
Devin, I think you're quiet on us again.
How about now?
Now you're good.
Good.
Cool.
Ooh, dice did not get great initiative, unfortunately. So, got dice. Candaris, what'd you get for initiative?
I got 24.
Ooh, nice, very nice. Fadius,
I got 17.
not bad at all. Safrexi, S3XY,
I got 9.
not bad, not bad.
I got the worst one.
The dice actually got lower than you, Juju, if you can believe it. Alright,
wow.
So, with that, combat will begin. Candaris, you find yourself... So basically, if you look at the map, the walls I've structured is kind of the walls of the cavern you currently find yourselves in. And these kind of archways are entrances leading out. On this end and this end. And now Fadius gave the shot away, and all hell is beginning to break loose as you see the Death Troopers pulling out their weapons and the Inquisitor giving out a sly smile as she reaches for her sabers. What do you do?
Okay, so I'm going to use my movement to go into the opposite entryway.
Alright, you can click on your token and move yourself accordingly. If you need to know how far to
Okay.
go, there should be like a ruler symbol on the left hand side that determines how much movement you have. Remember, you can only move up to your movement speed. Alright, there you go.
Okay.
You kind of run out to the open.
Okay, I'm going to... Can I see if the Death Troopers are wearing what looks like to be heavy armor?
Go ahead. Oh, what kind of check would you make for this? Go ahead and make me a history check.
That'd be lore?
Yeah, let's do lore.
Okay.
You take the left-hand side, unfortunately, unless you're rolling for it with advantage. Unfortunately,
I don't know if I do roll with advantage for this one.
unfortunately, you do not. As you kind of look
Okay,
at them and
I
you
wasn't sure.
realize,
Oh, yes. Sorry.
no worries. So you look at the Death Troopers and you realize that you do not recognize these troopers at all. You've likely never even faced them, either in your training or your fights over the years. So you have no idea what kind of armor they're issued with. Unfortunately.
Okay, that's fair. In that case...
That's not your action. You still have your action.
It's not on my sheet, but I'm going to use my bonus action to feint, using a superiority die.
Do you actually feint, or is that feint attack?
Feinting attack.
Oh, nice. And what are you attacking with?
My Charrick pistol on the...
This
trooper
guy.
that's on my left. That one, yeah.
Yep, got it. Alright, so how would you describe pulling off this maneuver?
Basically, as I'm running out, I'm going to appear as though I'm going straight towards him. I'm going to kind of roll to the left and then fire.
So you kind of like look like you're rolling like right towards him, then you kind of like barrel roll at the last minute while you're on the ground. You whip out your pistol. Go ahead and make me that pistol attack roll.
Okay, so do I roll my fainting attack die, or
You
do I do
roll
that
to see.
after?
You roll to see if you hit first.
Okay, and I believe I roll with advantage for this one, right?
Yes, you do. That definitely hits. Go ahead and roll that d8.
Alright.
Alright, and roll 1d6.
Okay. The d6 is my combat die?
Yeah, so, no, just roll d6. I'll tell you why in a second.
Okay.
So it does take bonus lightning damage because it is in fact heavy armor. Go ahead and click on the Cheric
Sweet.
Pistol text to roll your energy damage. And you get to add 7 damage on top of that. Whew. 21 points of damage altogether as you kind of whip out your pistol and blast him right in the chest. As he kind of like jitters from electricity surging through his armor. He doesn't seem as phased by that as he would have wanted. However, it definitely left a mark. And there's like burns and singe marks all over his armor, and all of the painting is just completely faded out.
Sweet.
Nasty blow. Nasty blow.
Then I'm just going to take my second attack for the round against the same guy.
And you kind of like put it away. It's like, oh, I'm almost done. Aha! And you pull out once more to take another shot as you stand yourself up. Go ahead and roll to hit again. This time without advantage. Ooh! That is unfortunate. So you kind of like try to whip it out the fire. It's like, aha! But you kind of toss it on the sand and it falls right out of your hand. And ends up right near the Death Trooper. Just kind of slides across the sand. The Death Trooper kind of looks down for a few moments, and then just slowly looks back up at you and arms his weapon.
Okay, so I drop my weapon?
Yes, unfortunately, because you rolled a natural 1 and I'm a dick with my natural 1s, you lost your weapon. But that goes both ways. Something really bad happens when you get a natural 1, essentially.
Okay, I think I still have some movement.
Yes.
So I think that's as close as I can get to it.
Yes, you can. Without directly engaging with the Imperial Trooper, yes.
That's going to be the end of my turn.
Alright. It is the Death Trooper's turn. And they kind of look at each other and go like... This Death Trooper pulls a rather intimidating looking launcher out of his back. And almost kind of looks like a rocket launcher of sorts. Essentially, basically like a tube with lights on it and a trigger. And he aims it right for this entryway. And he fires, and this concussive explosion bursts out from the top of the cavern entrance on this side. Let's roll damage for that. This entrance comes crumbling down, leaving this to be the only entrance, and leaving this entrance to be covered full of debris and rubble. 1 second. Where is it? Layer. Boom. That entrance is now covered up. This trooper is gonna look right at you and just holds out his blast, just kind of holds out his blaster and starts firing.
I like that boulder.
That's a nice boulder. That's a nice set of boulders right there. Okay, so obviously that's not 40 free. The first attack is a natural 1, so he fires at you, but instead it kind of hits the boulder and deflects and hits his ally, dealing 4 points of damage to him as he's just like as he gets blasted by this reflected shot. That was his first attack, but each Death Trooper has 4 attacks. However, the next few attacks are going to be, does an 18 hit, Candaris?
18?
Yes.
It just misses.
Just misses, but that natural 20 will hit, unfortunately. So first 3 attacks miss, as he kind of like peppers rounds at you, and you kind of like shimmy out of the way of the first attack and just tank it for your best car for the last 2 attacks, but the last blaster hit hits you right in the noggin. As it's just this full-powered machine, basically like a machine gun, just firing at this impossible velocity. And you take 13 points of blaster energy damage as you just get blasted across your cheek, just leaving a burning sensation in your mouth. Yes, 13. The rest of these guys turn to face this direction as the Inquisitor ducks out of the way. And these 4 start unloading. I need Kaliban and Juju to make me dexterity saving throws. All 4 of these stealth troopers.
Dexterity?
Yeah, so basically, yeah, you just... oh, Juju, no! Oh,
That's,
buddy.
wow, that's bad.
Well, thankfully you can't critically fail a saving throw, because that would be bad. But you do fail, unfortunately. Basically, you're just like, wait, what? You just get peppered with all this fire. Kaliban, you only take half damage, because thankfully you succeeded your dexterity saving throw. Now, can Dice succeed? Steven's gonna kill me. That's a fail. Shit.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Not if you kill him first.
Alright, so let's see. This is gonna hurt. All of the Imperial troopers aim. All of their weapons get fully charged, and they start just peppering all kinds of fire like it's a turret in the middle of World War I. Blaster fire going everywhere in all sorts of directions. Juju and Dice unfortunately take the full brunt of that attack. But Juju, I think we have something that, if I'm not mistaken, yes, that's right. Before you go, this is 86 points of damage. However, before you go down, something in you clicks. A frustration, a feeling of anger you haven't felt before. And instead of going down, you go down to, instead of taking 86 hit points and going down, you instead go down to 1 hit point and immediately enter a blind, mindless, fearsome rage as the hunger in you grows once more. You are very weak, but very angry, and you have managed to escape death's clutches, and unfortunately, keep in mind, you will not be able to do so again. It's a one-way ticket. Kaliban, you take half damage, but still a fair bit. You take 43 points of energy damage, but are still alive, as you're just peppered with blaster fire, and you're just covered in these blaster rounds, and your blood feels like it's boiling, and you're seething with rage. Not quite to the ability of your friend here. Dice, however, does not die, but he will fall unconscious, and unless he is attended to, he will have to make death saving throws. And Dice just pops up. It's just like, hey, I'm sneaking. Uh-oh. And he immediately just falls unconscious. He's not dead yet, but he will need to be tended to as soon as possible.
Actually, you know CPR, don't you?
Now, it is your father's turn, Kendaris. What is your father's name?
My father's name is Canderous Spordo, named after a former Mandalore.
Now there are 2 Kendarises.
You just call him CO, if that makes it easier.
Alright, so-
I really did not think very well about that.
So CO just stares at the barrels. It's just like, God damn it! I guess there's only one way out.
If he's CO, are you CO too?
Oh, fuck you. And he just runs up and leans up against the wall right next to you, Fatty Yusei, just says, well, you got us into this mess. How are you gonna get us out?
Don't worry. I've got an ace up my sleeve.
Now you better. And he holds out a bowcaster out of his back, just whips it out and aims it towards the Death Troopers, and he has a little
Yes.
spray ability of his own.
I'm gonna tell him to focus on the Death Troopers. The Inquisitor's mine.
No promises. And he holds out his bowcaster. He fires a specially charged ion green shot, and it spreads out like a shotgun blast. And those 3 targets need to make me, excuse me, dexterity saving throws. So +4 and +5. So the Death Troopers, I'll just roll them both at once. 2 of them will get hit by this. So the first one critically fails, the second one will just barely succeed, while the Inquisitor will unfortunately also succeed, so they only take half damage. Dealing not 8 points of damage as he lets out the shotgun blast and just kind of scatters all over the place. This one takes the full brunt, but the other 2 barely take any damage at all. In fact, one of the shots hits the Inquisitor, but the other one she deflects with her lightsaber and just burns in the sand. And that is it for his turn. Fadius! Your back entrance is cut off. You only have one way out.
Yeah. Can I make a move, but also like yell like something to get the Inquisitor's attention?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I'm gonna take another shot at her with my blaster pistol.
All right, she is engaged with Kaliban, so.
Yes. Well, okay.
So yeah, you do have sneak attack, but you don't have advantage.
Okay, I'll take that then. So what would I roll for that?
So roll the blaster pistol again. I'm assuming that's still what you're using.
Yeah.
All right. Go
Blaster
ahead and
pistol.
click on that in the character sheet.
Yep. 1 second here. Da-da-da-da-da. Pistol. Bing.
Just yell, "Hey, Miss Gina, I'm in here." I still can't believe that's what you named
Oh,
her.
shit.
The one female NPC in the whole campaign.
Jaina, oh God, Fadius. So you pull out your bliss pistol and you try to take a careful shot and you click. And the blaster pistol begins to steam. Steam begins pouring out, and it is not jammed, but it is temporarily jammed for the rest of this turn. But you do only get one
Okay,
attack
well,
anyways.
I do want to. I want to yell at the Inquisitor.
Go for it.
I'm gonna yell out, if you were half the warrior that they say you are, you'd come in here and finish this yourself, mano a mano, and you wouldn't need your stinking Death Troopers bodyguards.
Go ahead and make me a persuasion check
Persuasion. Okay.
with disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Meanwhile, one of the troopers starts smelling themselves.
Yeah.
Just out of concern.
Yeah, it's just one of them still smoking. He just smells himself.
How do I add disadvantage?
So you don't. You just use the dice roll that's lower.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, just click on persuasion and we'll go from there.
Just throw it
15.
limp-wristedly.
15. I'm gonna roll insight for her to oppose that. She looks to you and says, "And perhaps a real warrior would come out instead of hiding in a cave, would he not?"
He got you there. Can't argue with that logic.
Yeah, alright, I'll leave that as my turn. I mean, I can't make another attack, so.
Nice. Jaina looks to you, Caliban. Gently caresses her hand across your chin. and suddenly you find yourself on a planet full of lava. It is unbearably hot. Even more so than the planet you're currently on. You look around on the crater you're standing on top of. You look down and you see something crawling out from the lava. And somebody looks up to you, and it's Jaina. Looks up to you and smiles and says, I can show you everything. Just share your feelings with me one last time. I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw, Kaliban. That is not enough. Kaliban, suddenly you find yourself impossibly attracted to her once more, as you now find yourself with a feeling that you just can't disobey what this woman tells you. You have to do everything she says. You must find the truth at any cost, even if it means working with somebody you once considered to be your enemy. You are now currently under the Dominate Mind ability. And she just looks to the rest of you and says, turns to the troopers and says, I want the fat one alive. Couldn't care less about the others. And she just slowly marches off. Kaliban, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw. 14. Unfortunately, you have to use the left-hand side, and you need to beat a 15. You still find yourself under her control. You heard her orders, just like Death Troopers. The fat one stays alive, for some reason. Everyone else is fair game. Everyone else. I would like you to make me 2 lightsaber attacks, please. And Candaris, you see a rather delirious-looking Kaliban walking up to you, whose eyes look far more dead than usual.
What are you doing? You're supposed to be killing them.
Does a 29 and a 27 hit?
Yeah, they both hit.
You take 29 points of light energy damage as he pulls out his bright golden lightsaber and slashes you 2 times across the chest, leaving like a burn mark of an X singed right into your Beskar. As you start reeling for your chest in pain, you see somebody you once considered to be a very reluctant ally just looking at you with an unhealthy grin of satisfaction. And this Death Trooper just...
You die!
Death Trooper just slowly looks over at you, Kaliban, and just looks back and shakes his head. S3XY, it is your turn.
Alright. Can I use a homing missile to blast away the 2 bulletins blocking the other exit?
You absolutely may. Would you mind clicking on that? There should be a way to share that info with the group. Yes, I'm so happy. Oh my goodness. So if you find it under powers, yeah, homing rockets, you said?
Yeah, homing rockets.
Yeah, so just
like that.
click on that. Yeah, and just share the description. There we go. So 1 action, you lock on the 1d4 plus 1. Ooh. Now, would you like to cast this at first level or a higher level?
Do I have like
Yes.
What's the difference between like the levels?
So the
Exactly.
levels, the higher you cast it, the more rockets pop out, which means the more damage you do against these boulders, because they do have hit points.
How many hit points?
You don't know.
I don't know.
Nope.
We'll cast it at a higher level.
All right, so you cast it at 2nd level, I believe. Yep, in that case, so you kind of kind of wheel up, you go like, and this little pack just pops out of your back, like kind of like a little thruster pack containing 4 missiles on it. And you kind of lean down with rockets facing straight towards the boulders. I need you to roll 4d4 plus 4, please, for damage.
Said +4, right?
Yep. And that is enough. It doesn't fully destroy the boulders. However, it takes enough chunks off the top that it does leave a small opening at the top with a light just peering through. I'd say about maybe a third of the boulder is kind of destroyed, or a third of the boulder and debris is kind of whittled away.
Is it enough for me to fit through it?
If you could get to the top end of the boulder, yes.
I mean, you got rocket launcher or like rocket shoes, don't you? Like you can fly right up there.
Yeah, I can use my jet boots and just jump jets and just fly up.
Is jump jets a power? Jump jet is
It
a
is.
power. And that is bonus action, actually, so yes, you could. Make sure to take away 4 tech points as well, along with 2 more tech points to use your jump jets. So do you want, basically you want to jump through the top of the boulder and get through to the other side?
Yes.
Alright. So you kind of wheel your way up, and these little thrusters go off, and it is going to be a little tough squeezing through here. You could definitely make it, but it is kind of an untraditional way of like passing through something, so I will need a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
You wheel through no problem. You even do like a little spin as you're in the air, and you just squeeze right through and pop out from the air and clunk, and slowly land yourself back onto the smooth sand, to be graced with a very confusing situation. Kaliban just recently struck Candaris, and Dice seems to be unconscious, while Juju is in a blind rage, barely standing.
I don't have any more actions to do, right?
You do not. You're out.
Do I have any-
actions.
Any more movement? Or
Let's see. What's your movement speed?
good question.
Uh,
So,
25 feet. So unfortunately, no, you would not have any movement speed left.
well, I guess I end my turn.
Alright. Juju Tabuti! You're very badly injured. You're very angry.
Yes.
And you recently experienced Caliban slicing the red pointy man. What do?
Well, I guess I have to explain my character motivation. Originally, I was gonna like betray the party because in my delusional mind, I have like a relationship with Gina because I sent her like a big string of one-sided texts wanting to like join alliances with her, and she never really responded. But I'm thinking that it's like a done deal, and so I am absolutely blindsided that betraying the party would have such negative consequences because I'm getting fired upon by everybody. So suddenly my alliances have realigned, and I'm gonna kill everything that's threatening me at the moment. So yeah, let's see. How many of these stormtroopers can I take out in one go?
Well, they do have quite a few hit points, so in one turn, Well, it's hard to say. So you'd have to roll to attack, then you'd have to roll damage. You'd basically have to take it one at a time.
Okay. I'm thinking, I'm just feeling somewhat obligated that I want to save Canderas for some reason. Maybe I want to attack the trooper that's closer to him.
Alright. Do you do so?
Yeah. So
Alright.
I'm already raging, right?
Yes, you are.
I'm just trying to think what attack can I use here that would be fucking badass.
Oh. Feel free to check your powers.
Yeah, I'm just reading through. Force and power itself. Strikes. Is force and power itself, is that like an attack enhancer, or what is how does this help me?
So, force powers? I'm sorry, I'm confused. Could you repeat that?
Yeah, the force power itself. That's what I was looking at.
Force powered self. I'm trying to remember what that is.
Here, let me
Force and powered self. Your train lost you'd harm. Deflection, double strike. Oh, cost 1 force point. Ah, I see. Yeah, so that basically gives you the option for deflection, double strike, and slow time. So double strike, for example, when you hit a creature with weapon attack, you can roll a combat die and deal additional damage of the same type equal to the amount rolled. So you do double the amount of damage on a strike, in other words. But you do have to use a force point to do it.
Let's do it.
Alright. So this target right here.
I was looking at the one that's
This one.
just between it. Yeah, that one there.
Alright, so you slowly levitate over, slobbering, bruised, battered, angry. Pull out your double-colored, double-bladed lightsaber in full formation. You strike down this Death Trooper. Make me an attack roll.
Okay. Attack. Where's that at?
So, in your character sheet, there should be a section that says Switchblade Saber. Just click on that.
Oh yeah.
12.
I'd like to do something to help with this attack.
Oh, what would you like to do?
So do I click on the chat button to move the thing in my character sheet to the chat just so you know what I'm doing?
Sure. You could just send me a DM for Discord.
Okay, it's one of my maneuvers. I can use my reaction targeting its strike,
Oh.
so I can roll one of my superiority die, add it to the attack roll, and damage if it hits.
Oh, roll a d8. Go ahead. So you kind of just look over at Juju, and you just say,
You have to be able to hear me or see me, but
yeah, he can hear you.
I'll roll a d8.
Yep. So you just yell out, aim for the hip! 19. That would be a 12, but that motivation gets you to aim up at just the right moment, and it hits. Dealing 15 points of energy damage, which is doubled to 30 because of your strike. Make sure to take off... Oh, sorry, it gets added. The D8 gets added to the damage. That's 7. That is 37 points of energy damage in one hit. As I need you to take off 1 force point as well. 37, 93, 63, 53. Whew. This Death Trooper is badly wounded. He is not looking good. So you kind of like slice right across his chest, and steam just kind of pops out, and his voice machine isn't working properly. And you see like a singe mark kind of burning into the flesh of his chest, exposed from his armor from that attack. And he kind of like rushes over to you and just stares you down. Whew. Nicely done. I believe...
Wish I knew any badass one-liners.
Actually, sorry, I didn't include the rage damage, which is an additional +2. Oh my
Oh yeah.
sweet Christ. Unfortunately, you do not have another attack, but I don't know about you. I think that attack was more than worth it.
Oh yeah.
Alright.
I killed him dead.
He's not dead yet, but he is wounded. Dice will have to make a death saving throw. His constitution is not high. Okay, roll the dice already. There we go. 15, alright, that's one success. If he gets 2 more successes, he's stable. If he gets 3 failures, he is out for good. But that is one success. Candaris, it's your turn. Did you expend that superiority die?
Yes, I did.
Alright,
I have 6 left.
go ahead.
Would I be able to attempt, because Kaliban's pretty much on top of my pistol, would I be able to either reach down for it or kind of like kick it out of the way?
I'd say you could kind of grab it. It's not so much he's stepping on it, but it's in between his legs. So you could just awkwardly
Yeah,
go down and be like, excuse
I just
me.
wasn't sure if it would use an action to grab it.
I'd say this would be a bonus action.
Okay. Yeah, I'll use my bonus action to grab my pistol.
You grab the pistol. You can.
Just make sure you grab your pistol and not his.
Yep. Sorry, wrong gun. Just let me pull at it. Make sure. Sorry, go on.
Also, for the record, the CO2 joke almost made me choke on my Coke, so thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Carry on.
I didn't hear a response, so I just assumed I bombed.
No, I almost choked.
Goodness.
So,
Just don't choke
much
on
I
his
hate
pistol.
PvP, Candaris is pissed off that he just got 2 lightsaber attacks, so I'm going to, as I grab the chair pistol, kind of holster it to the side for a second, whip out my vibro rapier, and I'm going to make 2 attacks at Kaliban.
Oh, sorry, Arron. Go ahead and roll those attacks. But here's the thing. Every time you take damage, Kaliban, you have to re-roll that wisdom save, and if you succeed, you are no longer dominated. So this could potentially save you, or it could not. We'll see. Thankfully, that's not a critical. That 11 will miss, unfortunately. So you kind of whip it at him, and he takes it away with his lightsaber. Roll
Alright,
again.
I'll go for my second attack.
Go for it. 17. Kaliban, what's your AC? Arron? Arron, you're muted. You're muted.
This whole time.
Yeah, you've been muted this whole time.
Dang, I muted myself the whole time.
No, that's
Sorry.
alright. That happens. Does a 17 hit? What's your AC?
My AC.
It's in your character
Got
sheet.
I
Yeah,
thought it
I'm
was the air
just-
conditioning.
Armor class?
Yes, armor class.
15.
Alright, so a 17 does hit. So go ahead and roll that damage.
Okay. Well,
So you take 12 points of kinetic damage, Arron, but you do make another wisdom saving throw to try and break free. Oh, no. You stab him with the vibro rapier, and it looks like he's gonna snap out of it, but then he just kind of shakes back to his dead stare once more. Kind of engulfed the rapier in his chest. But he is still out of it.
Alright. Well, after that, I still have my movement. I'm going to use another superior die for evasive footwork, so when I move, I can expend 1 and adding the number rolled to my AC until I stop moving.
Nice.
And I'm going to attempt to move away kind of in between dice and S3
So how does how long does this last?
until I stop moving.
Okay, so you attempt to move away, and I will need Kaliban to make me another saber attack.
oh yeah,
Add the
I will
D8
do
right now.
that.
Sorry, Arron, I always mind control you in my games. I just realized. Ooh, does a dirty 20 hit with your increased AC?
rolled yet. Does not.
It does not. So, you kind of like, as he kind of tries to save you across the back, you kind of like do a little, kind of hop step maneuver back out of it just in time, and kind of slide your way in the middle here.
Do your little turn on the catwalk.
Yes, it was what I was going for.
Is all I can do in response to that.
All right. Death Trooper's turn. These three Death Troopers are going to fire in first. I need to roll something. Okay. These three Death Troopers are going to fire in at Fadius and Candaris Sr. So two of them are going to strike at you, Fadius. You do have partial cover, so your AC is increased in 2 for the sake of this attack round.
Okay.
You are getting quite a few attacks, however. These guys are pretty nasty. What is... I gotta pull up something here. That's it. Alright, so... Okay, so... That is going to be a 20... Does a 23 hit? Fadius?
Yes, what?
Does a 23 hit?
How do I find that out?
What is your AC? It should say in your character sheet. Armor class.
Armor class?
Near the top.
13.
14? So it would be
13.
13. So it'd be 15 for the sake of this. So unfortunately, that would hit. 2 of the attacks will miss. 2 of them will hit. Next round of attacks. All of those are going to hit. Candaris will get the last barrage of attacks. 2 of them will miss. 2 of them will hit.
How much damage did I take?
Ooh. An amount. You can also half this damage, by the way, if you want to.
Where do I have it?
So you have a reaction, I believe, with your class at your current level that allows you to uncanny dodge, I believe it's called.
Yes, I do have that.
Yes, so definitely recommend using that as a reaction.
Okay, yeah, sure.
So that would have been 40 points of energy damage reduced to 20 as you just getting peppered with this rapid fire, and you'd kind of like definitely dodge out of the way, duck in and out of cover, and kind of get one side of your armor blasted while the other is still clean. The father is going to take in comparison 9 points of blaster damage in comparison. Ah, God! Last time I expected to see the Empire back here. Sorry, let me fix that. Alright, that's it for those Death Troopers. Death Troopers down here.
Ian, how much damage did I take, though?
20. I just said 20.
Oh, 20. Okay, so let me take down my...
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, 20...
I thought I said that. I apologize. I'm gonna turn down the music a little bit. I think that might be too loud. Alright.
Oh, damn it. Sign me out.
The rest of the Death Troopers, one of them is gonna shoot at Kindar because they were ordered not to hit at the Jedi, so they're just like kind of like struggling, like what do I do? What do I do? So they stick to their orders. One of them will shoot at S3XY, another one will shoot at Candaris. Right. So this is against Candaris. So that is a 14, a 15. I'm gonna guess both of those miss.
14 misses.
Does Nate?
14 and 15 do miss.
What about an 18?
18 just misses.
Wow. So you only get 1 damage for. Oh, you only get 1 hit from that. He's just peppering all over, and your armor is just blocking the majority of the blasters. But you do take 9 points of energy damage. S3XY, you're gaining a bunch of attacks as well. So, what is your AC, S3XY?
I didn't even find that out.
Oh,
It's in your character sheet at the top. Armor class.
Armor class, initiative, speed. It's over on the left next to
It's
inspiration.
13.
13. Okay, so thankfully only 2 of those attacks hit. You take 18 points of energy damage from that barrage. And that is going to be the father's turn. And he just says, this doesn't feel like much of a plan.
I'm gonna say, well, I got one more idea.
Hope this is a better one.
It's not.
Outside of dragging my son out here, that is. Damn it! Bowcaster's not working properly. I have to go for standard fire. And he is going to fire his bowcaster at the closest Death Trooper. Ooh. And for his character, for reasons unknown, a 19 is a critical hit. So that will be 13 points of bludgeoning damage as he just takes, just blasts off a chunk of the trooper's face and kind of like steam starts pouring out from the bottom hose of its mask. Taking a decent amount of damage, and he kind of retreats back in the cover. Fadius!
Yes. Can the Inquisitor hear me?
Yes, she would be able
Okay.
to.
I'm gonna yell out to the Inquisitor. I'm gonna say, hey, let's settle this, you and me. Mano a mano. No hiding in caves. No Death Troopers. Just you and me.
Make me another persuasion check at disadvantage.
Persuasion check with a disadvantage.
Well, again, just roll normal one. We'll take the lower roll.
Okay. I should keep my character sheet up. This. Okay. Persuasion.
She just kind of turns over and laughs. Best of luck to you. And just turns back to the ship. You still have your action.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna. My blaster rifle's working now again, right?
Oh yeah, yes it is. Kind of, you kind of like smack it a few times, like come on, come on, come on. Kind of like let it overheat and let it cool down, and it eventually starts working right again.
Okay. Which one of these Death Troopers has the least amount or the most amount of damage?
Let's see. Within your range?
Yeah.
This one.
That one? Okay. I'm gonna take a blaster fire and try to hit him as hard as I can. With
Unfortunately,
the
you
gun.
do not have sneak attack for this, but
No, I didn't think so. but-
still deal a bit of damage. Go ahead and roll the hit.
Yep. 1 second here. She.
That does hit. Go ahead and roll that damage. Kind of whip it out, take another shot. No, you just click on the text.
My bad. Yep.
No worries. We could take that damage if you want, or you could try
Which
and go.
one?
So you click on the blaster pistol text in the
Oh, yep,
messenger.
I
Yeah,
gotcha,
there you
there.
go. 6 points of energy damage. You kind of like blast it and it kind of pierces off his armor, but a bit of it seems to kind of like reach the skin, whittling away at the trooper. They do not seem too phased by this. Like, it's clear it's doing damage, but it does. They just don't seem like they're reacting to it the way they should. It's almost inhuman in nature. Is that it for your turn, Fadius?
Is that my turn or?
Oh, you can do something else if you want to. You can move. You can do something as a bonus action if you have any. You can use a cunning action.
Can I move? Can I just move so that I'm on the opposite side of the door where
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
the father is and get just a little bit more cover there?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can move yourself accordingly. Just click on your
Yeah.
token, drag it to where you want to go.
Oh, cool. Right, so like right there.
Perfect. And keep in mind you do have a cunning action as well, which means you could dash, disengage, or hide as a bonus action, as an operative.
Yeah, I mean, I'll hide. That'd be.
Make me a stealth
Decent.
check.
Oh, good. I'm good at stealth, so this will
Yeah.
hopefully be good.
Go for it.
Do it. Do it.
Do.
Do it now.
Straight. Do it. "18 stealth. The targets do not seem to notice you, so you kind of peek around the corner. You find the darkest corner of the chamber and try to sliver into the darkness unseen. Alright, it is the Inquisitor's turn. She...
Oh, can I ask one question about the environment?
Go for it.
Yeah, inside this cave, is it really, really dark? Or is there,
It's...
like
It's dark, but there's light leaking in from the entrances, so there's enough
Okay.
light in this area that I don't really need dark vision or anything along those lines.
okay.
It is the Inquisitor's turn, and she is not going to do anything. She crosses her arms on the side of the ship, leans back, and watches, and smiles. Kaliban, I need another wisdom saving throw, buddy.
I feel like I should have stayed in the cave, take advantage of my dark vision.
That's
No.
alright. You're good.
Oh well.
I mean, you can always try and get back in.
Might be difficult. Yeah, sorry, excuse me. Mr. Kramers, I think you're muted again. Another...
Oh no, I'm here. I'm
Yep.
here.
I need another wisdom saving throw, please.
Right, wisdom saving throw.
You are still, unfortunately, controlled.
Okay.
Damn, Aaron, you just have like shit luck when it comes to rolls.
You're gonna
Yeah.
get right in between these two. And I want 2 saber attacks, 1 for each of your allies.
Okay. Who's in my range?
So, Candaris and S3XY. So just give me 2 lightsaber attacks.
I am going to slice up Sexy.
Please, no.
Oh, God. So the first attack was against Sexy. 29, I'm gonna guess, hits. And
You sounded really upset that.
Candaris, you said an 18 just misses. Thankfully for you, Candaris, you do not get hit by the lightsaber, but S3XY, you take the full brunt as he slices into you, and parts of your gears and spare wires start sparking and getting exposed to the sunlight. And you take
So that's
No.
29.
11,
Oh, 11.
11 points of energy damage to you, S3XY.
What did the droid do?
He existed. Droid, it's your turn. There are some
Okay,
problems.
let's, I'm going to use holding cell on Caliban.
Yeah, the holding cell, I forgot about that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, let's share what that power is.
Yeah, what is that?
So I'll tell you what it is. A sphere of shimmering energy springs into being and encloses a creature large or size or smaller within range. An unwilling creature must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the creature is enclosed for the duration. So, Aaron, I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw. Because you are being ordered to resist. 17. What is your tech power save DC? Should be under your powers, as for XY. 16.
Is 6.
That just passes it, unfortunately. So, nothing that, I'm just seeing the sphere is immune to all damage. The sphere is weightless. Hang on. Does the sphere just go out? Disintegrate power. The sphere is fine. So, you kind of like hold, and the top half of your head just sprouts open, and this energetic bubble just grows bigger and bigger and bigger, and it tries to encase Caliban, but Caliban gets trapped inside, but he takes his lightsaber and just cuts it, kind of like cuts himself out at just the right moment, and escapes the holding cell. I can't see if the spear is just gone, or he has to try again. I think it's just gone, unfortunately.
Damn.
Unfortunately, you have to take away 8 tech points for that, because that's a 4th level power.
Okay.
And that is your action. You still have a bonus action in movement, but if you move away, you will get an attack of opportunity.
I'm gonna move away. Let's move behind the ship.
Alright, right here?
Like right there. On the
Alright.
opposite side.
On the opposite side, if you go there, you will get an attack of opportunity.
Okay, yep.
Alright, so move your character to where you want to go, if you'd be so kind. Alright, so Caliban, make me another lightsaber attack.
Okay.
Does a 15 hit?
Yes it does.
You take another 10 points of energy damage as you're just sliced across the back, and you just keep like beeping and booping in pain as oil begins to kind of spill out your backside as you make it to the other side of the
He's
ship.
already dead.
Yeah, he's not dead yet. Don't worry. Speaking
And
of,
I have an evil smile.
speaking of stop it, he's already dead. Juju, it's your turn.
Okay, so this guy that I have in front of me, I think he's pretty badly damaged, right?
He's badly damaged. He's not bloodied, which bloodied means they're below half hit points. He is not below half hit points yet, but he has taken a large chunk of damage.
Okay.
They're
so
chunky boys.
These guys are trying to take me alive, so I'm gonna try to take advantage of that situation. I'm wondering if I should do like a killing blow on this guy in front of me, or if I should attack this next guy over here.
I would recommend just keep working away at the guy. You're slicing that personally, but that is up to you.
Alright.
Pull out the switchblade lightsaber once more. Would you like to give this another twin strike?
Let's do it.
Alright. Go ahead and roll to hit. So you just need to click on the switchblade lightsaber for an attack roll. Nice! 22 will hit. Go ahead and click on the switchblade saber text for damage. Oh, no worries. I got it. So that is 12 points of energy damage, plus 2 because you're raging. 14. Doubled to 28 points of damage. Damn. He is not dead, but holy crap is he close to it. He is now bloodied as he just entered a twin strike, and basically the whole time he's just like, what am I doing? Like, just let this guy kill me? Like, he looks so confused and... as he is just
He's not
split.
dead, but he wishes he was.
Yes, that is very accurate. Dice is gonna make another death saving throw. Let's make that D20. That's another success. He's almost conscious. Well, he's not conscious, he'll be stabilized. 2. Candaris, it's your turn.
Shit. I got a lot of things I need to think about here.
Run into the cave.
So if I'm correct, I can move without attack of opportunity because that was his reaction.
Yes, he did use his reaction. Well done.
Okay.
There's a small like opening in the cave now, I think, where the boulders are, right?
Yeah,
Where-
you would
where
have to
S3 is.
squeeze. As someone as big as you, you'd basically have to squeeze through, which would be make it difficult terrain. It would require a check.
No, I'm not gonna try and move towards the cave. I'm just going to.
It's safe in the cave. Come to the cave.
For how much longer?
We got a pool table.
We got
I'm
blackjack and
first gonna
hookers.
move 10 feet so that I'm out of Caliban's melee range, so I don't have disadvantage on my blaster attacks. Going to switch to. Yeah, put away my vibro rapier, bring it in my charred pistol. I'm going to make an attack at the first one that I damaged.
So which one would that be? This one?
Yes.
Nice. Well, this one is more wounded, just letting you know, but that is up to you.
I'm gonna attack the one I was firing at originally.
Alright, go ahead and
For
make
this one,
that
at
attack
least.
roll. Oh, baby!
Whoa.
I'd say a 20 will hit. And, yeah, it takes...
Oh.
that D6 for lightning damage is doubled.
Okay.
Wow.
I am so glad that I
When
got nat 20. Don't worry about damage. I'm gonna do something else. Since I got a nat 20, I'm gonna use pure sabak.
When you score a critical hit with weapon attack, you can expend a superiority die and roll 4 or higher. You deal maximum damage on the weapons, including the superiority die. On a free or lower, you instead do the minimum. Yes, you absolutely
I'm
may.
going to gamble.
You may.
Ooh, baby,
Holy
a triple.
shit! Oh, that's so good. You pull out your pistol and you aim right for the trooper's eye socket. You fire. Roll that d8.
Yes.
Yes! Okay, so that is maximum lightning damage, which is 12. Maximum weapon damage, which was the weapon damage again?
1d8 plus 5.
So 1d8, that's 8 plus 12. No, wait, no, sorry. That's 8. Wait.
16.
So when you hit with weapon attack, you deal maximum damage on weapons damage roll. Does that include the double from crit?
I believe it just.
It must.
Yeah.
It has to, because otherwise,
says
why would you
max
use that?
damage.
Yeah, because otherwise, why would you do that? But, yeah, okay, so, shit, 12 plus 16, which is 28, plus 5, which is 33. And do you add the superiority die to that?
No, I don't add the superiority. die.
Okay, so that is 33 points of damage. Damn! Just making the creature, just making Death Trooper bloodied from that hit alone as it hits his eye socket. It's just like, and he's just covering his eye, just screeching out in pain. You cannot understand anything, but.
And I'm just going to yell at it, shut the fuck up! And I'm gonna make another blast her attack at it.
Go for it.
Nice. That's the blood. Ooh, baby, a triple.
Do you want to use
Holy
another?
shit.
Do you want to use another pure sabak for that? Want to burn another? Wait, pure sabak. Does pure sabak require any actions or reactions? Or does it
Let me
just
take a look.
happen? What the fuck? Oh my
It
god!
says when I score a critical hit on a weapon attack, I can expend a superiority die.
It does not specify. You know what? I'll allow it. Go ahead and roll that superiority dice. Just because you scored 2 fucking crits, and not only did you score 2 crits, you scored 2 more crits on both opposing sides of the roll.
Wow.
So even if you got disadvantage on that roll, you still would have gotten a crit. Oh my god.
Wow.
I am allowing that superiority die. You absolute mad lad. Go ahead and roll that d8.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll use it.
Jesus Christ.
Hey! So, okay, so that's another 33 points of damage. Candaris, how would you like to slay this Death Trooper today? They have a
I'm just
lot of
going
hit
to-
points, by the way. I
Just,
wanted to let you know.
Shoot a hole clean through his eye
As
socket
I
and fuck it.
yell just to shut the fuck up, I'm going to aim right to where the left eye would be and just try and aim right for there and attempting to blast through his skull.
And you blast through both eye sockets. Just blaster peering through the back of his head as brain bits begin to fall out from his backside. And he just falls over. Poof, dead.
Blinded by the light.
Alright, and then...
Wrapped up like a deuce.
Yeah, that guy is very dead and without eyes. Just black marks around the visor where his eyes were.
Because I'm on a roll and I'm feeling lucky, action surge.
Jeez. Alright, action surge. Who are you gonna hit with this action surge?
So I believe with action surge I get 2 more attacks.
Yeah, yes you do.
I'm gonna aim for the one that's in combat with Juju.
Alright, go ahead and
Yeah.
roll to hit. I swear to God, if you get another natural 20... You do not have advantage, so unfortunately you do not. Because otherwise I'd be angry. But that does definitely hit! Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay, so one thing I was looking at, I forgot about for the
Oh,
first
did you
one.
take away both your superiority die, by the way, from all of that?
Yes, I did. I have 3 left.
Alright, go ahead.
I have the weapon expert feat, so once per round I can actually have advantage on the damage.
Advantage on the damage. Interesting. I'm sorry, what was this called again?
Weapon expert.
Weapon expert. So, is that for every attack or just one attack if you're choosing?
Believe one attack of my choosing.
One attack if you're choosing. Go ahead. So roll that damage twice. So just click on the Cherrick pistol in the messages twice. Okay, so yeah, definitely take the... I don't know why you're getting 10 plus 4. Oh yeah, because it's superiority dice. So 10 plus 4, we'll take that. He's not down yet, but you blast through his side. He's just torn apart. There's just like intestines hanging out of his stomach. Star Wars isn't normally this violent, but fuck it, we're making it this violent. He's holding his side in pain, just reeling over. He is
Screaming out for mama.
just barely standing, just barely.
And I'm going to make my second attack at him as well.
Go ahead and roll that attack. You were rolling so good. What the fuck?
Jesus
You were rolling so high.
He was, he wasn't the hero we deserved, but he's the one we needed right now.
Yeah, I guess so. It's making your dad just kind of looks out from the corner in awe.
That's
Just
my boy.
mouth wide agape. Not quite sure if we're there yet, but it's something. Go ahead and roll that damage.
Alright.
Oh, we both got the same. 9. How would you like to kill this Death Trooper today?
I'm going to aim for just kind of where the neck meets the shoulder, kind of carotid artery right there. I'm just going to aim right for there and just try and take his head off.
Oh my god. Yeah, so you kind of aim for his head, it just kind of pierces through his neck, and out of all the lightsaber slices and everything, Juju, you just kind of poke the head, and the helmet with the head attached just falls right off and rolls down the cliff into the sand.
I did it.
Another Death Trooper has been slain. Yeah. Yeah, your father's just looking out agape from, like, the corner of this wall. But then, like, as soon as you look back, he kind of moves back and pretends, like, to not notice you, just like, whatever. You know?
And I will use my bonus action for Second Wind.
Go for it.
So,
You get some healing done.
yeah. 1d10 plus 8.
Yes. So you kind of, like, rip out some bandages real quick after, like, blasting those 2 guys to smithereens. So you just kind of bandage up your blast wounds, tie it around your chest, and you heal 17 points of hit points. You regain 17 points of hit points as you bandage yourself
I'm
up
at
quickly in the midst of battle.
51.
Alright. If you have any movement left, you can still move, but otherwise, I think you're more than spent.
I am going to. So I only move 10 feet, right?
Yes, that is correct.
I'm gonna move 20. I believe I can get to. I'll go to here.
Alright. You kind of like move up to the side of the wall, and it is the Death Trooper's turn. The Inquisitor looks furious, like her smile has just gone down there. She says, "Kill this wet bastard already!" So 2 of them are gonna fire at you, Candaris, while the other 2 are gonna keep firing at Fadius and the father.
You can't see me anymore.
Oh yeah, sorry, you're hidden. So both of them will shoot the father then. I apologize, Ted.
Yep, that's fine.
So, for the father, one of those attacks will hit, and for the Air Death Trooper, 2 of those attacks will hit. So that's 3 attacks on him, dealing 23 points of energy damage as he is it just blasted with energy fire across his chest. A bit of it kind of spills up to his mask, and a bit of his visor breaks with blood spilling out, taking a decent chunk of damage from that. And the last 2 will be firing at you, Candaris, each getting quite a few attacks. And what is your AC specifically? Just make this easier, Candaris.
19.
19. Nice. Okay, so only...
Just for flavor, as since I'm cocky and just killed 2 of their Death Troopers, I'm just gonna kind of wave both my hands, just like, come on.
What do you got? 2 attacks from that row of attacks will hit, and 2 attacks from that row of attacks will hit. You get 4 hits. You take 27 points of blaster damage as you're just peppered across the chest, and blood just kind of starts spilling out from your mouth as you're finding it a little harder to stand.
So that's 24.
Yes,
Is what I should be at.
that is correct.
All right.
Oh, I just thought of a
Full
badass
Captain
line I
America
wanted to say
style.
to Candaris.
What do you want to say?
In light of him killing the Death Troopers in front of me, not bad for a salamander. Anyway, go on.
Go on. Yes,
I
sir.
was just gonna say, after taking those, just full Captain America style, I'm just gonna go, I can do this all day.
The Death Troopers just shake their head. Your father just looks over and says, "Where'd you learn to do that?"
Not from you.
We'll see about that. And he kind of leans out and let's check something. Leans over and says, "You might want to duck." And he fires like another shotgun spread shot from his bowcaster, and hitting 3 of the Death Troopers. So that's 3 dexterity saving throws required. Uh, 2 of those will succeed, 1 will fail. So that is going to be 14 points of damage to 2 of them, and and 7 points of damage for the 3rd one as he ducks out of the way just in time. They're not taking a ton of damage, but they're slowly getting whittled away. This one in particular looks a little worse for wear than the other 2. Fadius!
Can I talk to the father without giving away my position, or?
I'd say you can speak. Actually, you have thieves. As an operative, you can have thieves' cant, so you can kind of use sign language to communicate if you want to.
Sure, I'll do that.
What do you?
And I'll communicate to him. I'll say, "Hey, go out the back entrance. Get out of here. I'll deal with this."
He kind of gives you a sign. He kind of communicates with sign language. I don't know sign language. That says, "What about you?"
I said, "I'll worry. Don't worry about me. I got this. I got us into this mess. I'm gonna get us out.
He kind of looks down and shakes his head. You're not quite sure what he's thinking at the moment. Are you gonna remain hidden?
Is there a way I can sneak around that one Death Trooper and try to make my way towards the Inquisitor without anybody noticing?
Oh. I'd say make me a stealth check with disadvantage if you're gonna do something like that, because that's gonna be tricky. You're kind of going out in the open after all.
Yeah. Alright, I'll try it.
Try it. Go for it.
Alright, with disadvantage.
Yeah, so just roll stealth and we'll take the lower number. 16. It is against their passive perception. That is not enough. Their passive perception is 17. You try and sneak around. I'll say it's good enough that you're not in engagement range of a Death Trooper, but you get to about here, and you kind of like snap a twig, and a lot of noticeable twig, and they just go like, and they both kind of turn their guns to you.
We're in the fucking desert.
Okay, well he steps on, I don't know, he crunches a little salamander. I don't know. Yeah, sorry, twigs would not be out in the desert, so you
My baby brother.
step on a rock, or you step on like a loud crunchy piece of sand, or like Dune, you just step on like some clay and you alert the rooms. Good movie. Is that for your turn? That is just your movement.
Yeah, I'm gonna, well, now that I've seen, the Death Trooper that's the most, actually, I don't know, is there a way I can shoot both Death Troopers?
Unfortunately not.
Okay, well then I'll take the one that has the most damage.
Go for it. Make me a weapon attack as you kind of whip out your pistol and blast it at him.
Good thing Steven isn't here, because he would have just stopped the game like full sail just to argue against you about Dune.
Yeah, it would have been like, but Denny Villeneuve though. Oh my god, man.
Ah, fuck.
You whip out your pistol and you fire it. And it is aiming towards... It is aiming towards Juju.
Oh no. What a terrible twist of
And
irony.
fortunately misses. You kind of fire it and the Death Trooper ducks, has more than enough time to duck out of the way. And it kind of aims at you, Juju, but it deflects off your armor. Just kind of burns, sizzles in the sand right next to you.
Watch it!
There's a trap. It is the Inquisitor's turn. And she just kind of smiles, leaning up against the ship, looks at you, Thaddeus, and says, "And where do you think you're going?"
Oh, is she talking to me?
Yep.
Oh.
Talking to me.
You and I are gonna have this out. Just you and me. Whether or not, like, this is the warrior's way to go. Face me, you coward.
At this point, make me an intimidation check.
Are you always this articulate?
My name's
Intimidation, you
Thaddeus.
said?
Yeah, that's what it would be if I had any friends. Yeah, intimidation.
Intimidation. Alright, let's see here.
She just says, "Very well. I suppose if a warrior is dumb enough to face an Inquisitor all on their own, oh, who am I to lecture such grandiose presence?" And she pulls out her lightsabers and holds out like a little kind of disc-like device, attaches the two lightsabers together, holds the middle of the lightsaber, and the lightsabers begin to twirl around her arm, and she holds them out towards you and says, "Deal with the rest. I'll be through with this idiot soon enough." And she marches towards you and is going to attack.
Okay. Can I do like a dodging to save? Like,
Well, you can if this hits, you can uncanny dodge to half the damage.
Okay. Alright.
Alright, so... So, the first... does a 14 hit?
1 second here. What's my...
Your
what am I
armor
looking for?
class at the top.
My armor class is 14.
14, so... Does attacker win? I'm trying to remember. Unfortunately, the attacker does win. So it just hits. So 3 of those attacks are going to hit. So a uncanny dodge is strongly advised.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Because this is going to hurt.
Candy dodge.
So that is
1
42 points of energy damage reduced to 21. As she is just spinning her lightsaber around and is even like effortless. It doesn't deem you worthy and just is holding our lightsaber, isn't trying any maneuvers or anything. You try to dodge it out of the way, but the spinning sabers just catch you every time. Once across the chest, once across the back, and once straight across your face, leaving another nasty scar. And you take 21 points of damage altogether.
Alright. I would like to point out that I have an ace in the hole here, and I don't know if this will help me out any bit.
Let me know.
But my animal companion
Oh no,
Is
I
a y-
forgot your animal companion. I'm so sorry.
is a it's a Ysalamir, and they actually have a very unique ability to push back the force up to 10 meters in diameter, but this is a juvenile, so it's only like 5 meters, let's say.
Okay.
So they basically create like a force neutral bubble.
As a reaction?
Yeah, like it's like spontaneous. It's like a it's not like something that they do. It's actually like just they're naturally they've developed this over to as like a
Okay.
What's it called? like
I totally
it's a survival tactic. Like it's just something that they do. They push back the force.
The Force? Just the Force in general.
Yes. Yes. It's like a protective bubble. So as long as she's in like 5 meters of me, she like can't use the force. She's in like a force neutral
Well, she's
bubble.
not using the Force. She's just hitting
Yes,
you with lightsaber
I know.
attacks.
But I'm just saying. I'm just letting you know that for.
That is good to know. That is good to know. I'll give you a little symbol for that as your kind of creature kind of pops up and you notice her kind of visibly looks kind of weaker than before, which is partially why she is like giving it her all with her lightsaber attacks. You will still take that 21 points of damage, unfortunately, but that is good to
that's
know.
fine.
That is very
That's
good to know. You are one lucky bastard. Thanks for reminding me. And she just looks to you and says, "Oh, you think that little pet is going to help you? That's adorable." Alright, so...
At the end of her tour. Yeah.
Yes it is. 1 second. Kaliban, another wisdom saving throw, buddy. Oh, she has to
Okay.
roll concentration, actually. My apologies. Oh, wait, no, she didn't get hit there. Never mind. Sorry, Arron, I still need that wisdom saving throw. That is not enough. You are still under control.
All right. So is Sexy still in front of me?
Sexy is now in front of you as you move around to face him.
I am going to.
Leave the droid alone.
I am
What has he
going
done to you?
to continue slicing him with my lightsaber as I cackle maniacally.
Oh my god. Oh, one of them is a natural 1. So, actually, before you make that second attack, you try and attack him with the lightsaber, and you stick it in the side of the ship instead.
Whoops.
That's unfortunate. The ship only had 10 hit points. You know what happens when ships get to 0 hit points in Star Wars, right?
Oh no.
You stick the lightsaber out and tear it across the side of the ship. Chunk! And you feel something just start to leak out. Kaboom! I need you and S3XY to make me dexterity saving throws.
Oh no. How is the robot more resilient to damage than the ship?
Well, the ship only had like 10 hit points, but yeah, I know, right? It's just the stats those ships have. Oh, Devin, no, please. Dice is just out of range, so thankfully won't take 8 damage from this. However, Kaliban, you will take half damage. S3XY, you will take the full damage.
Damn.
So that's 11.
Yeah, unfortunately that is not enough. S3XY, you take 25 points of fire damage, and Kaliban, you take 12 points of fire damage, and you are both... And Kaliban, you stay up, but you, S3XY, are knocked prone. And at this point, so make sure to mark that damage, gentlemen. Arron, I need another wisdom saving throw. I'll say this time with advantage, because you took damage.
Okay, wisdom teeth.
Wisdom teeth. That is enough. After that explosion knocks you back, you finally come to your senses and you feel burning sensation on your skin once again and a tremendous amounts of pain as you find yourself covered in blaster holes and burns across your entire body as you see your fellow droid is knocked down right next to you. You have regained your consciousness. And you are now back to normal, but you are... Unfortunately, it's no longer your turn. As for XY, it is your turn, however.
Damn.
Good. Can I target multiple people with my homing missile?
Yes, you may. You can do, for each homing, you could hit like 3 different targets, or 2 on one target, 1 on the other, sort of thing. So you can hit a few targets. I'm assuming you want to get up from prone first. That will use 10 feet of movement.
Yeah, I'll get up.
Sorry, 15 feet of movement. You kind of have like a little device like stick out from the your feet and just kind of elevate you back up.
What's the range on the homer?
The homing missiles is 60 feet. So you can hit... You'd be able to hit this Stealth Trooper, this Stealth Trooper, and any other target within this range. Or this... unfortunately, that's too far, but... Yeah, you can also... You can move 10 feet. You have to use a bunch of your movement to get up.
I'll move.
Alright. You will not get an attack of opportunity. So now you can hit this Stealth Trooper, this ship, this Stealth Trooper. Unfortunately, the other, basically everybody else is around the corner, so you can't really hit them.
So I'm gonna use my Homer rockets on the 2 Death Troopers.
Not on the ship.
Yeah, just on the Death Troopers?
And on the ship.
And on the ship. Well, how many would you like to hit each?
How many rockets do I have?
So that is 3 rockets. So yeah, you can only hit 1 with each, unless you cast it at a higher level, in which you can hit 4 targets. But keep in mind, you only have 7 force tech points left, and that would be pretty expensive to use a higher level.
Yeah, we'll just go each hitting them once.
Alright, so that is 2 tech points, and go ahead and roll 1d4 plus 1 3 times. Alright, so, ooh, nice. So that is 5 points of damage to each. So this Stealth Trooper will kind of like sparks in his face. This one gets hit on the shoulder. They're little rockets, but still takes off a chunk of armor. This one takes a decent amount of damage to its shields as it kind of fizzles out ever so slightly. So it's a good chunk of damage.
Oh, Devin, I just thought of a badass line you can say for your character right now. It's I might look like a ditch, but I won't die like one.
Well, he can't
Yeah.
speak, so it'll just be like.
But translates to that.
All right.
Yes.
Juju Tabooby. Sorry,
It's,
Tabooty.
It's a reference to a joke I made in the first campaign, so you know I wanted to bookend it. Clever storytelling.
Yeah.
Oh shit, where am I now?
You're.
So Canderas took care of this.
Yeah, this guy.
Death Trooper for me, awesome. Sachi just hit the other two Death Troopers there.
Yeah, these two. Yes.
Right. Am I kind of waking up, or am I kind of snapping out of my delirium a little bit?
A
I'm
little.
still kind of in a.
Oh, you're still
I'm-
pissed off, man.
I'm still raging. I'm still raging. So
Yep.
I think it would make sense to attack the closest Death Trooper that's close to me.
All right. Go for it. Roll to hit.
All right.
Slice him up with that lightsaber. Would you like this to be yet another twin strike?
Yeah, let's do it.
Fuck yeah.
Unless there's another strike that we have that I could use.
Well, let
So-
me see. Let me just check your character sheet real quick. Dark vision, rage, north defense, drop accents, then unstoppable force. Force casting, weapon force, deflection, slow time.
Thunderous momentum sounds cool.
Your stride becomes you're immune to the shock. That's just general, like you're immune to the
Okay,
shock
yeah.
condition. Voltaic slash. Ooh.
Let's see this. Starting when you choose this calling your level, a third level, you earn lightning charge force power, which does not count against your total powers known. Additionally, you can use wisdom or charisma as your forecasting ability for it.
Yeah, these are
When you
for
feel
your
like-
special powers, like lightning strike and everything. Nice. Alright, you do have other force powers as well, just keep that in mind. They do attribute to your force points overall, of course. But you can also do your lightsaber strike if you want to. Just so you've got
Yeah,
options.
I feel like I haven't used any yet. I think it'd be fun just to change things up.
Alright, so you have like fear, for example. Got like sap. I'm just pulling some examples here. You got sap vitality.
Drain vitality.
Drain vitality, that's true. So you draw the willpower from creature within range, make a ranged force attack. On the hit, the target takes 2d6 necrotic damage, and it deals only half damage with the weapon attacks that uses strength until the power ends. At the end of each of its turn, it can make a constitution save throw. Huh. There's also sap vitality, where you just hit a target and it takes 3d10 necrotic damage. Got a few options.
Let's try that. Sap vitality.
Sap vitality, and would you like to cast it at second level to make that 4d10 damage at the cost of extra force points?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Alright, so that would be 8 force points, so that leaves you at 5 force points, but you just slobber on him and you hold out your hands and this dark electric energy just surges through your fingertips as all of your veins just turn purple. As you just caress your hands around this neck. I need you to make me a melee force attack. So roll me. I am going to need you to roll a d20 and add 6, please.
20
Add 6. So should be in the dice roller on the left hand side. Go to the
D20 here. I'll go to the.
Yeah.
6.
Or I could just roll the d20 on. I'll add 6 later. 16. Ooh, I don't know if that will hit. Unfortunately, it will not. But I'm going to tell you something. Actually, no, they're AC 16. That just hits. Go ahead and roll 4d10 necrotic damage. Mess this guy up.
4d10.
4d10.
So just hit this 4 times.
Yeah.
1, 2,
4,
3,
13,
4.
17. 18 points of necrotic damage. as you kind of like leech into his neck, and just this vitality just seeps into every little hole in his crevice, and you see his eyes just slowly kind of begin to constrict and reach out in pain, and it dealt a chunk of damage to this fellow. Not quite enough to leave him bloodied, but still quite a bit. And you're a one dark evil bastard. Nice.
Thank you.
Dice's turn. Has to make another death saving throw.
Sorry.
No
I was
worries.
coughing up along.
He succeeds. Now, technically, he's not going to be conscious, but I'm going to waive that rule for the sake of drama, as he wakes up with 1 hit point. Just hey, what's happening here? I was trying to sneak, and now everything's blown up, and what's happening?
Something.
I'm trying. That is going to be his action, so he's going to use his movement to get as far away as possible. And just, like, hide behind the debris. That's going to be it for his turn. Candaris.
Is there... If I moved in between 2 of the Death Troopers, they'd have opportunity attack against me?
If you move into their range, you don't get attack of opportunity. If you move out of their range, you get attack of opportunity. So no, you will not hit if you just move into their range, but if you move here, you don't. If you move here and then you move over here, you would. Sorry, thank you.
Okay. I am going to move at the risk of an opportunity attack. I'm going to move. I don't know how far this is.
Hang on a sec. Yeah, that's what I'd say that's your exact movement, but you will take 2 attacks of opportunity. They can't use their blasters though, so they have to use their fiber blades.
Okay, that's fine.
Alright. 24, 16 misses, but 24 will hit, I'm assuming.
Yep, 24 hits.
Right. You will take 7 points of energy damage as you are just sliced across from the back from this vibro dagger. He just whips out, vibro sword. He whips out. And you get another nasty mark across your back, but you make it through, well, mostly unscathed.
Alright, and as much as I would love to see Thaddeus go at it with the Inquisitor, we're outnumbered. So I'm going to actually make an attack at the Inquisitor with my Charek pistol.
Go for it. Charek pistol. 24 to hit? Just 1 second.
Important thing to note, I was looking at Charek pistol on the 5e website.
Yeah.
If a creature tries to reduce the damage of a shot from this weapon with a feature or power such as deflect missiles or saber reflect force power, they have disadvantage on the reduction roll.
She is gonna try and use her reaction to deflect it, but she will have disadvantage. So she takes away 5 from that hit, which makes that a 19, which just hits. Go ahead and roll that damage.
Alright, I'm going to make this a goading attack.
And what does the goading attack do? When you hit a creature, you expend 1 sphere die. To goad the target into attacking you. Ooh, so they have to make a wisdom saving throw.
That is correct.
Nice. Alright, so wisdom is... Ooh, wisdom's pretty good. And what's the DC on that?
Are they at a disadvantage because they're in a...
That is not...
She's cut off from the force?
It is not a force power. It's just a general wisdom saving throw. Does a 16 beat your superiority save DC?
Where would I find that?
Oh, Yeah, that might be a little tough. So actually, it would be 8 plus 4 plus 3, 12, 15. Your DC would be 15 on that, which means yes, unfortunately, that just beats it. As you fire at her, and she deflects it, and she just says, can't you see I'm in the middle of something? I'll get through to you when I'm done with your other friend here. Patience. Patience is a virtue. You can still roll that damage, and add that 5 to your damage roll. No, sorry, add your spirity die to your damage roll.
Okay, so
And mark off
your die
another...
3.
Yeah.
And
Nice, 16 points of damage. Just blasts against the back of her robe, leaving the pretty nasty burn mark in its wake.
And after hearing the remark of that she gave me, I'm just gonna, I don't give a shit what you think, or whatever the Star Wars swear is.
Oh,
And I'm
yeah.
gonna
Go for it. Another attack? Go for it.
Yeah.
She did use her reaction, so she can't deflect this one. That will hit.
Alright, and I am going to... Am I able to use another spirited die for this attack?
Yes. As long as you have one.
I have 2 left.
Alright, so this will leave you with 1 left, if you use it.
I don't give an Ewok's ass what you think. This one.
I don't give a bath and doo-doo what you think.
There you go.
Hey.
I am actually going to use Disarming Blow on this one.
Alright. So she'll have to make a strength saving throw. What is her strength? Strength is not the greatest, but still decent. That is... I don't know why it did that. Yeah, sorry, 7. You kind of like fire at her, like right in the center of her Inquisitor saber, and it drops to the ground, and she just slowly gazes at you with her cold, dead eyes.
Alright,
And her smile is just immediately gone, and it drops to the floor and do damage. Roll a d8
so-
and add that to your damage roll. Fighters, man. Ooh, another 16 points of damage. Nicely done. This time you just, it blasts through her saber and right into her chest as she's kind of like clenching it and reeling in.
Alright, and then bonus action, I have my light pistol. So I'm going to draw that in my opposite hand and use my bonus action for that.
Alright.
Do I have to take away proficiency for the attack roll?
Oh, an offhand? I'm pretty sure it's bonus action to draw it, unless you have to do a wielding feat. It is a bonus action to draw and stow away a weapon.
Okay. So I couldn't do that.
Unfortunately. I will waive it, but you cannot use your proficiency bonus. You have to roll flat d20 plus dex.
Okay.
That's...
So,
I am
plus 4.
waiving that quite a bit, but I've also read that rule slide before, so it'd be a little hypocritical if I allowed it. Go ahead and roll the hit.
Okay. I'll just roll d20 in the app and then add 4.
Yeah, chat would be angry with me, but I feel like they're angry with me already. Roll d20! And that is plus 4, so that does not hit. Unfortunate.
Oh, well.
And
Shit happens.
she deflects that one with with her force. But your force powers are weakened, but this is just for flavor. So she just barely catches it in time.
Fair enough.
Death Trooper's turn. 2 of the Death Troopers will make their way indoors. And will begin firing at your father.
Oh no.
Why didn't you take my advice and leave?
Well, he did. It wasn't his turn yet. He didn't get a
Oh,
chance to leave.
fair enough.
So thankfully, only one of those from that row of attacks will hit. 2 of those and a natural 1. So 3 hits. I'll roll those first and then determine the effects of a natural 1. You'll take 26 points of energy damage as he's just peppered across the chest and the visor's just completely broken at this point. His eyes are fully exposed. Is that all you got? And the nat 1 is going to cause one of his guns to as he kind of like smacks at it a few times. Hang on 1 second. This one is going to shoot at Candaris. So that is a... All of those but 1 are unfortunately going to hit Candaris.
Alright.
You take 18 points of damage, which unfortunately I think is enough to knock you unconscious. Now, as reference, you don't need to use a healing ability or a healing spell or a healing potion to regain someone from bleeding out. You can walk up to them and make a medicine check. But keep in mind, if you fail your medicine check, you could make it worse. But if you succeed, you could get them back to consciousness.
With that being said, I am going to use Battle Scarred.
What is Battle Scar? Ah! Nice! Yeah, so you kind of go out at first, but you just kind of grip the sand tightly, and with a bloody smirk and a battered face, you slowly rise from the sand. It's basically the same ability you had, Juju. But next time you get dropped to 0 hit points, you will lose consciousness.
That's fine.
And,
But if I roll a 19 or a 20,
yeah, the Death Trooper, like, tilts his head and shakenly, like, tries to aim it back at you. This guy... I need S3, XY, Kaliban, and Steven's character will have to all make dexterity saving throws. 18? That's good. Kaliban, make me a dexterity saving throw. Oh, I forgot. Steven's character has evasion, so if he succeeds, he nullifies this. He succeeds, so he thankfully takes no damage. However, Kaliban and S3XY, you will just take half damage. So you both take 13 points of damage, which unfortunately does bring you both to unconsciousness. Oh wait! I forgot. No, wait, no, sorry. Unfortunately, you are both brought to unconsciousness. You're not dead, but you will have to make death saving throws come your turn. But this boy here, Dice, managed to duck out of the way just in time, and he's just like, "You guys alright? Guys? Help! Somebody help!" So the father is kind of looking around, just not really sure what to do. Damn it. Well, you take many things away. My pride is one of them. And he holds out his bowcaster and starts shooting at the weaker one. That will miss, unfortunately. He holds it up in the air and blasts it just over the Death Trooper's head. He's like, damn! He is gonna attempt... He kind of thinks about going outside, but instead shakes his head. Makes his way to the back corner with the rest of his turn. He does not have an action to climb out, but he will lean up against the boulders. Thaddeus!
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna try and keep a 4 meter distance. That way the bubble still works, but you know, I'm not super close to all the action. And I'm gonna be using both my shoulder cannon and my blaster pistol and just firing everything I have at this Inquisitor.
She is right in front of you.
Yeah.
So you will have disadvantage for being within 5 feet.
Okay.
It is ranged attacks have disadvantage when you're within 5 feet.
I thought her attention was on Candaris.
The attention does not
Okay.
matter. It's when you use ranged weapon attacks to a target that's within 5 feet, you always have disadvantage.
Oh, do I deal double damage or something? But
No, you do regular
we're closer.
damage. It applies to all ranged attacks.
okay. Well, you know what? In that,
I mean, you can still
Here's the
try
problem,
for it
though.
if you wanted to. Yes.
Here's the problem though. For some reason, my vibro dagger and my my electro prod,
Yeah.
they're not telling me how much damage they deal,
Dang.
so I have no idea.
So the vibro dagger is
no
what?
data. It
Oh.
says no data found for this item. It
That's
may have been renamed or
weird.
removed from
It's
the
coming
core
up
rules.
for my end, but I'll tell you, the vibro dagger does 1d4 plus 4. The electroprod does 1d8 plus 4. And they're both dex weapons.
What was the vibro dagger?
Vibro dagger is 1d4 plus 4 damage.
1d4 plus 4.
And-
And the electro prod was 1d8 plus 4?
Yes.
I'll use the electro prod then,
You-
and attack her with that.
Nice. Go ahead and roll that attack.
All right. Electro prod.
14 will unfortunately miss. As you kind of lead it in, and she kind of she kind of ducks out of the way, kind of Matrix dodges out of there as you poke it at her, and she just smirks with a bloody smile on her face, like straight out of Jennifer Jason Leigh in The Hateful Eight.
Okay. And can I?
You could use a
Use-
bonus action to disengage and move away if you wanted to, but
How far would I disengage?
you disengage it, then just use your movement speed. Basically, that means you don't take any reactions when you move away.
Where is this? I'm trying to find this information.
If it's not in there, it should be. Where is it? Sneak attack.
Evasion?
Cunning action. So you can take the dash, disengage, or hide as a bonus action. Disengage means you move away without taking attack of opportunity, but you just get your movement speed.
Let me see here.
Doesn't specify specifically. I just know from the rules of Star Wars 5e and D&D 5e, that's what disengage does.
Yeah, might as well disengage just a little. Not. Like, I still want the.
The forest bubble, yeah. So
Yeah, I still want the first bubble, but
Facts.
I'll disengage. I don't.
yeah, sounds good. I'm just gonna give you a ring for that. 10 feet. Bam. So yeah, as long as your ring is within her, she's under the forest bubble.
Cool.
All right. So where would you like to go to?
Right. There.
All right. You move back ever so slightly, and it's her turn. Just holds out her saber at you. Looks back at Candaris. Looks back at you. Says, "It would have been so much easier to pass over the Sith into our care, but you'd prefer to make things complicated. I'm afraid those who make things complicated," and she pulls out another lightsaber. It's not a spinning lightsaber, it's just a standard red lightsaber from her back. pulls it out, aims it towards you, refusing to pick up her Inquisitor saber. Just says, I'm quite afraid naughty boys have to be punished. She walks up to you.
Forgot about
Her Inquisitor saber she's not using, but she will
yeah,
attack
I forgot about that.
with her standard saber. Those will be 2 attacks instead of 3, and you can still uncanny dodge if you would like to.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Alright, 10. Okay, I don't know why I get 35 from that. I'm gonna roll that again. We'll keep the natural 1 though. And the attack on the left becomes a 29 instead. So it's a 29 and natural 1. So as soon as she hits you with this lightsaber, she also drops this one. And she's just like, ah! Just rages. So you take 15 points of energy damage reduced to 7. You are barely standing, my friend. Take 7 points of damage from that. Thankfully, because you're uncanny dodge, you just dodge out of the way. You were just barely standing. And yeah, that's it for her turn.
I will die a warrior's death.
Kaliban, make me a death saving throw. So roll me a d20 to add your constitution modifier. Just click on constitution. Oh! You know what that means. You were immediately brought back to consciousness with 1 hit point. And you know what? Since you rolled 2 natural 20s, I'll say you get to go now. Normally, this would use up your entire turn, but with that, you just immediately sprint up with 1 single hit point, and you now finally have a turn outside of the Inquisitor's control, my friend. What do you do? Arron, I think you're muted again.
Okay, I'm like, and then I look around, and what's in front of me?
Dice. It was just like, what the hell is happening? Just battered and bloodied, and an Esprit that's currently leaking oil.
Okay, and then I look over and I make a move towards Jaina. Jaina.
Alright.
I still can't believe that's the name.
It's Jaina! I just pronounced it wrong. Unfortunately, you
Right.
can't get directly within her range, but you can definitely move closer.
All right, I'm gonna move. That's gonna be like a move,
That's the farthest you can go.
and then can I use pyrokinesis on her?
Ooh. Let's check the range on that real quick.
Baby, you're a firework.
Come on, let your firework. It is 60 feet. She is just within range. However, Thaddeus, would your force bubble affect that?
Sadly, yes.
So, does
it
it...
repels all force.
It repels completely? Does he have to roll for it?
What do you mean? Roll? Like
I'll
it's like it. It's basically like a bubble, and nothing can get through to it. Like it's just, and everything inside it is like cut off. Like it's neutral.
I'll...
I
You can't use the force.
my
You can't
way
use the
into
force
situation.
inside it, and you can't push the force into it.
Unfortunately... Well, here's what I'm gonna ask. So here's what you could do. You could try and make the pyrokinesis. I will roll a d20. If it's 10 or above, the force power will work. If it's 10 or below, the force power will fizzle out. If you agree to this, this will apply to Jaina as well. Or we could stick to Thaddeus' rule, where no force powers go through whatsoever. It's your choice.
I wanted to go towards Jaina.
So you want a chance to be able to hit Jaina with the force power.
Yes.
Alright. I will roll a d20.
Ugh.
You hold out your hand Yes, yes, come on, yes. You hear the words of your master saying, concentrate. Control your emotions. And this flame just emanates through and passes over and just extinguishes around Tad. Unfortunately, I think that is it for your turn. Unless you want to say anything, Caliban.
You picked a bad time to use your powers, you smurf.
S3XY, make me a death saving throw. Alright, unfortunately, that nat 20 does not apply. But you do get one success. You're one step closer to consciousness. Juju Tabudi.
Oh boy.
Oh, this is really bad.
Okay, so I probably should have saved using Force on anything. I just wanted to change things up. It probably would have been really useful in this situation. Shit. So I got a guy who's like pretty like damaged in front of me, right? But
Yes.
like not totally incapacitated.
No, he's not. He's not even bloodied yet.
Meanwhile, I see Thaddeus over here, kind of in a bad situation.
Yep.
That he's kind of encapsulated himself in.
Worry about me. I can die a warrior's death doing this.
Oh man.
Fair enough. I'll come back to you later.
We're all gonna die.
I don't think I can force myself into that situation. So can I do a saber attack on this guy, and then move more closer to Thaddeus after that?
Yes, you may.
Okay.
Would you like to spend a force point to make this a double strike?
Sure.
Alright, so go ahead and roll that attack.
So, Switchblade Saber?
Yes, it is. Oh!
Oof.
Buddy.
Oh, no.
So.
Lost my mojo.
You kind of strike at him, and it goes wide. And instead, how mean do I want to be here?
Oh no.
Let's roll. Oh, okay. So here's what's gonna happen. You kind of take out your switchblade saber, and you try to hit him, and the saber swings out and heads in Tad's direction, Thaddeus' direction.
Oh no.
We'll see if it hits.
Let's hope not.
That does not hit, unfortunately. So the switchblade saber, you throw it, and it sticks in the wall right above him. So Thaddeus, you just see this switchblade saber just sticking above your head, just stuck in the wall.
Now, how in the fuck do I mess up this bad? This is.
Everybody's messing up. So many people are getting that once.
I've been zoning out lately, man. This
no.
Is like,
yeah, you.
I feel like what's his name in Community just coming back with the pizza.
No, that's Steven. That's Dice.
Oh no.
Sorry, Juju. You can move closer if you wanted to. Just keep in mind you won't get an. Actually, no. You won't get an attack from it too. You can move closer if you want to. But that is your action to attack.
To Thaddeus?
Yes, if you wanted to.
Well, I kind of accidentally threw my saber in his direction, which was exactly the last place I wanted it to be. I must be so like delirious with rage that my hand-eye coordination is just out the fucking window.
Yeah,
so,
your eyes are just slanted.
I'm just blinded by the light being outside. I have dark vision, and it's just too fucking bright out here. I'm used to being in the dark corners. I'm just completely out of my element here, so I'm gonna start meandering my way toward where I think I threw the lightsaber.
So you can see a lightsaber. It has landed right over here. And you do have a 50 feet flying speed because of your fat suit, so you could just fly right up to it above Thaddeus if you want to.
Let's do it. I'm just gonna throw myself over there like I did the saber.
So yeah, you kind of
Slide
like and just slam yourself against the wall and kind of levitate right next to the saber. Unfortunately, you do not have an action to pull it out, but you are right next to it.
All right.
Okay.
I forced myself over here one way or the other. Let's just say it was all part of the plan.
Yeah, I totally. You feel yourself as you go through this. Actually, you're just above the bubble, we'll say.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to be too mean about it. Dice is gonna walk over to you, and it's just like, I've never done CPR on a. It's just like, hey guys, I know we're in a bit of a pickle here, but we gotta keep painting on. All right, we can't let these guys get the best of us. So chop chop, get your shit together, and let's get the fuck out of here. And he's using an inspiring speech. So. S3XY, you gained back 15 hit points and are no longer unconscious. Somehow. Kaliban, you regain 15 hit points, you're back to 16. And Candaris, you have regained 15 hit points, you're back to 16, and your father has regained 15 hit points as well. Unfortunately, Thaddeus and Juju are out of range.
Damn.
But everybody else gained a little bit of health back. A little bit of encouragement. As this low gremlin is just like, hey, chop, chop, let's go here. And he is going to use the remainder of his turn to help you back up, as for XY. Candaris, it's your turn. Your father is currently trapped with 2 Death Troopers. There's a couple more Death Troopers left over here. What do?
That is a toughie.
You could blow the hole and lock your father in that
That's what she said.
cave with the death troopers.
Sacrifice your father.
He's left here a long time ago. Screw it.
Well,
I am going to seeing as how Juju is with the Inquisitor, I'm going to, because I don't have the best line of sight, I'm going to move into the cave.
took you long enough.
Ideally, I want to move out of cover of the one closest to the ship, like out of sight from the one closest to the ship.
Alright, you would have to... I don't think you're going to have enough movement for that. Yeah, that's 30 feet right there. So unfortunately, you don't have any movement.
I will... Because of my cunning strategist fighter strategy, I can dash as a bonus action, so I'm going to do that.
Nice. Go ahead.
So
You
I'll...
can get around this corner here.
Yeah, I'll go right
Yeah.
down here. That. It's like, oh, shut up, old man. Just be grateful I'm helping you at all. And I'm going to fire one shot at each of the Death Troopers with my charred pistol.
Right, go for it. One for each,
So
or 2 on 1?
I'll do the one on the left first.
Alright. That will hit.
Just straight damage.
Go for it. 8 points of energy damage.
Do these guys have heavy armor as well?
Yes, so yeah, they roll a d6, they'll take that there. Electricity damage. Looks like they're getting tased. Hit the other one. Thankfully, that's not a natural 1, so that does hit. I rolled a d6 again as well, and add that on top of the damage.
Okay, and this one I will, my weapon expert, advantage on the damage roll.
Nice. That is the weapon damage roll. Just keep that in mind.
Yes.
So click on the Cherrick pistol twice and take the higher number.
Okay. Would that be advantage on the d6 as well, or no?
No, it would not be.
Okay. Just making sure.
And roll again. So that's 12 plus 4 energy damage. He is finally bloodied, as you blast right through his chest. It's just electrocuting, and like his suit is just sizzling with smoke at this point. Like it smells like a barbecue. Not the kind of barbecue you'd want though. It smells more like cooked rotten meat.
All right, and yeah, that is my turn.
Death Trooper's turn. One's gonna fire at you, Kindaris. One's gonna fire at your father. So none of those hit. He just fires and like he lifts up his blaster at just the wrong moment. It just spreads all across the wall. Your father, however, okay, that's not 38. Christ's sakes. So that is 18, 19. He will take 3 attacks. He will take 13 points of energy damage as he is peppered like right across his chest piece again. Let's
Literally a
see.
shot in the dark.
Yeah, literally a shot in the dark. These two are a little bit confused by the circumstances, and they see this Jedi walking out. But they weren't ordered to shoot the Jedi, and they weren't ordered to shoot Thaddeus or Juju. As free, I am so sorry. Actually, they will move into cover, like the most bit of cover they can get. This one's gonna move back ever so slightly. That's going to be 5. Actually, the other one is going to be shooting dice. One of them, so 2 attacks will hit you. As free. So that is 10 points of damage, so unfortunately you aren't knocked down. However, as soon as this guy gives us encouraging speech, it's like, we can do it, guys! We can do it, come on! Ah! And he goes unconscious again. This time with 1 automatic failed saving throw. Right. That is it for the Death Troopers. Your father. And he's just like, you should have left me behind.
Oh, please. If anyone's gonna kill you, it's gonna be me.
Don't shut up. Lets out another big blast. So they both succeed, so unfortunately they only take half damage. Taking 10 points of damage altogether from the big bowcaster blast. Slowly eating away. Thaddeus.
Yes.
There is a saber and a very large, fat, smelly gungan above you.
I'm gonna actually take. I'm gonna take the Inquisitor's saber that she dropped.
Grab it.
And I'm gonna try and use it against her. And chop her head off, I guess.
Now, unfortunately, you are not proficient with Inquisitor's saber, so you'll have to roll a d20 plus dexterity, but no bonuses.
D20
plus
dexterity.
And you get 2 attacks because you get an extra attack, because it's technically a dual-wielding weapon. So what's your dexterity?
My dexterity is +3.
+3. So we'll roll a d20 plus. So roll me 2d20 plus 3. There's a dice roller on the left-hand side. And if you go into advanced dice roller, you should be plus 3. Roll again. Fortunate. Well, actually, are you proficient with saber weapons? Let me check something real quick.
I mean, I have a vibro dagger, but
unfortunately, vibro weapons are very different from saber weapons. those 2 attacks miss as you kind of just begin spinning it. You're just like, whoa, and you kind of like hold it out like somebody like clicking like a, like turning on a massaging chair for the first time. You're just shaking and it goes over her head. And unfortunately, none of the hits land. And she just kind of chuckles. But you still have a kind action to disengage if you wanted to. But the only way you can move out of her range completely is to get rid of the force bubble. But be advised, you are also at free hit points.
Let me check here. So can I use my evasion?
Evasion applies when it's an attack that requires you to make a dexterity saving throw. Basically,
Okay.
if
well,
you
in that case, I'll
yeah.
stay where I am. She's still got the bubble, but her turn. Next thing, I'm gonna use the evasion.
Yeah. She leans up to you and smiles and says, "Do you still wish to die a warrior, Steph?" Holds out her lightsaber to your neck. Waits a response.
Absolutely. It is the only death that means anything.
Sorry, that's going to be 13 to hit. But she does
Even
get
with my evasion?
yeah, your evasion only applies for attacks that require a dexterity saving throw. This does not. That's like a general feature. Basically, like when a fireball or a missile hits you, you don't take nearly as much damage.
Okay.
Right.
Alright.
That's a 13 and a 14, which I don't think hits you. You're good. She latches out her saber, and you just kind of like duck out of the way both times. That she's just like, "Wait, come on! I thought you wanted to die like a man." That's it for her turn. Kaliban, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna run right in front of Theus, and I'm going to try to use pyrokinesis again.
All right. Let's see if it works. Bubble's still up. It does not.
Oh, damn you, Thaddeus!
You hold out your other hand. The fire throws in her direction, and it still fizzles out.
I take my lightsaber out in anger.
And she says, "Do not let this fool die in your honor. Face her!" S3XY, it's your turn.
I have a very good idea. Can I kamikaze myself at someone? Just launch myself at like Dark Juju to booty and like missiles.
Oh my god. You know what? Here's the thing. If you kamikaze yourself, you are dead. That means no
pretty much dead at
unconsciousness, death saving throws. Alright.
You're gonna lock yourself at me?
S3XY. In between these two?
I was gonna do that Dark Juju to booty because he's a butthole. So
He is up in the air, so
I'm up in the air, and I was getting myself in a position to do a
I just
strategic
supercharged my.
attack. You're trying to sabotage. Okay, not only are you committing suicide, you're also sabotaging my plan. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Stay in your lane.
If you want to kamikaze at the enemies, you can. If you want kamikaze at Juju, unfortunately, he is up in the air.
Yeah, I'll do that to enemies.
Alright.
Death Troopers.
So these two Death Troopers right here, I'll say you can explode within a 10-foot radius, so it would hit both of these Death Troopers.
Okay.
Alright. How would you like to describe your noble sacrifice, S3?
He starts playing "We Will Rock You." It just has a
Or the Berserk theme.
yeah, or that.
Esprit.
And then he launches out his jet boosters, supercharged, like they just got massive. And then he launches himself up in the air, does a 360 backflip, and lands. Takes out his little robotic arm, waves at the Death Troopers.
And they look up. And as you all see this noble droid sacrificing itself to save a crew it barely knew, a memory passes by you, Esprit, if an AI could even think such thoughts. Memory of Mace Windu, smiling, telling you everything's gonna be alright. You weren't programmed to think that an AI could feel this way before, but for some reason, these emotions come by regardless. As you embrace the ground, everything goes black, as an explosion calmly erupts, leaving you in pieces. They are going to both make me a dexterity saving throw. They both fail. They will take the full brunt of this damage. I'm going to do your hit points. For every 10 hit points, it's a d10 of damage. So this will be 7 d10 points of damage. Both Death Troopers go out as they are literally melted alive. As there is nothing but a burnt corpse, pile of ashes, and melted pieces of armor. The remaining scraps of Esprit left behind. He couldn't quite find what he was looking for, but he knows he won't have to serve under the Empire anymore. If now I could finally be free, as Esprit was. With that, we move on. Juju, it's your turn.
God damn, I'm gonna start crying over a fucking robot. No, man, that was good. That was brutal. That was depressing.
Hit me right in the feels.
Oh yeah.
Way to make me care about a fucking droid.
You're welcome.
Music was a nice touch.
I love that music.
It was a nice touch. I also love that you very harshly cut it off too at the end there.
Juju,
Oh man,
what do you do?
Juju. So, this force bubble's still around them, right?
Yes it is.
Can I just like pull the lightsaber out of the wall and then just fall and land on
You
the giant?
absolutely can, but first I'm gonna need an athletics check to see if you can pull it out from the wall.
Athletics check. Okay, so I click on.
So there's
Can he just turn it off and then turn it back on?
Oh wait, yeah, you know what? If you wanted to. That's true. That's very true. I will allow that. Yeah, why don't you do that? you pull it out, you're just like, wait, be stupid. And you click the handle and it pulls out, and you just pull it out.
Me so dumb. Now it's just like I go up there and I turn it off and then I realize, oh, now I'm gonna fall.
Alright. So here's what I'm allowing here. You could turn off your flight suit, fall down on this woman, and deal extra damage. But doing so will deal extra damage to yourself. And you're at 1 hit point, so that's practically guaranteed to make you unconscious. Or, you can float down normally and do the normal amount of damage. You have 2 options here. What do you want to do?
So I can do the normal amount of damage on her while doing less damage for myself.
Yeah, so you could do normal damage on her and do no damage to yourself, or you could basically free fall and fall on top of her to do even more damage.
But I'll basically be unconscious.
Yeah, you will go unconscious. You won't die just yet. You'll make death saving throws, but you will go unconscious.
Fuck it. Let's do it.
Alright, so go ahead and roll that attack. Go ahead and roll for attack.
I'm on D20. D20.
Come on.
D20.
Nat 20 is the word you're looking for.
Nat 20.
Yeah.
Come on, Nat 20.
Yeah, come on. Roll a hit.
Oh,
Oh,
damn it.
oh no, you did the wrong thing. You click on your switchblade saber.
Oh, duh.
Ah, that's more like it.
There
Oh.
we go.
So
Wow.
you will deal you're 30 feet up in the air, so you will deal an extra 3d6 damage. Would you like to spend a force point to make this a dual strike for even more damage?
Yeah, let's do it.
Alright, so that is 8 plus 8 plus 7 energy damage plus 2 rage, that's 17, doubled to 34 points of damage. So, would you like to describe this, or should I?
So I've lunged myself into the air, and I'm trying to pull my lightsaber out of the wall. Realize, oh, me so stupid. I deactivate the saber, without realizing how gravity works. So I fall, free fall, just directly down, right on top of her.
And, yeah, go on.
Yeah, I try to save myself, though it's
In vain.
I clumsily do the right thing.
You do the right thing by accident.
Yeah.
Okay, so, So she feels a bit of slobber come down, like something out of a horror movie. She just touches it, looks
Just
up,
like Alien.
and a shadow blackens further and further as this large man falls on top of her, stabbing the saber in her chest in the process, dealing extra damage. She's not down yet, but she is finally bloodied. She is well below half hit points at this rate. You are unconscious, but not dead, so there is still a fighting chance. She's just like, what does it mean? What is it? And just barely, like, shoves you off. Ugh, ugh, disgusting. I must have wanted these Sith. Ugh, madness. Oh, God. It's disgusting. Dice is gonna have to make a death saving throw. Dice. Made a lot of wrong choices in life. But he finally made a right one, trying to help out his friends in the dire situation one last time. The lights go out of his eyes knowing that for all of the years he's been a screw-up, he at least did one thing right. Perhaps it's time for them to earn it. As the life leaves his eyes, he could die comfortably knowing at least he didn't die playing around with cards. As Dice rolled a natural one on his death saving throw, that means 2 failed death saving throws. He already had 1. And when you fail 3 death saving throws, unfortunately that's lights out. Sorry, Steven. Dice did a great job. And thank you so much for playing.
for the muskrat now.
And we care about a fucking rabbit.
Candaris, it is your turn. Your fellow droid blew into pieces. And you and your father are currently surrounded by 2 death troopers, one of which both looking pretty beat up in some fairness. What do you do?
I am going to fire off with the shark pistol at the more damaged one.
Go for it. That hits. And roll that d6 to add on top of that. Whew, 14. Would you like to do another attack? He is
yes,
on
I'm
death's
gonna do
door.
it against the same one.
Go for it. Go ahead and roll damage. And a d6. How would you like to kill this Death Trooper? Your 3rd Death Trooper today. Holy shit. Give yourself a point of inspiration, by the way. Holy crap. Feel like you've earned it.
Thank you. I am just going to go this time straight through the heart.
And you can hear your father do a kind of affirmative, like, huh, what do you know? But he tries to hide it, but he kind of leans his hand in your direction and kind of pulls back.
Alright,
But you can tell he's impressed.
I just kind of smirk in response to that feeling. Now, point of inspiration, what exactly does that do?
You can re-roll a failed roll. This could be an attack roll, a saving throw, or a skill roll, but you have to use the new number. You can do this one time with the point of inspiration.
Point of inspirations last the whole game?
Yes,
or
they
is it
do.
gone?
No, they last the whole game until you use it.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it did advantage or anything.
It does not, unfortunately.
I can't remember if I used my. Did I?
You did not use yours yet.
Oh.
Nice.
Okay.
Alright.
I'm going to, with my bonus action, am I able to, like, kind of see the Inquisitor within range?
You peek around a corner, and yes, you do.
Would I have any sort of disadvantage from cover, or?
You wouldn't have disadvantage from cover. You would gain benefits from cover, but she's out in the open.
Okay, I'm just going to go around the corner and use my light pistol and fire at her.
And this is your offhand, so no proficiency bonus. So it's
Okay,
just a flat d20 plus dexterity.
Just roll a dex saving throw.
Yeah,
That
no,
deal.
no, it's just a d20 and add your... Yeah, you know what? Do a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, because I just figured
Yeah,
that's
go
the
for it.
easiest.
Unfortunately, you miss. You fire at her, and she blocks it off as she's just getting up, angry, like hair straightened down. And you know that scene Despicable Me where Gru like nonchalantly like decks a shark in the face? That's basically what she did. She's just so pissed off and angry that she just nonchalantly blocks your blaster hit with the force.
Am I able to use the point of inspiration to try and reroll that?
Unfortunately not. No, wait, no, yes, you can.
Okay.
Sorry, yes, you can. Go ahead. My apologies.
Alright, I'll try again.
I don't know why I said you couldn't. Unfortunate. Still misses. Death,
Oh, well,
Death
it
Trooper's
happens.
turn. Death Trooper turns to you. And fires. That is going to be 2 hits.
On me?
Yes.
Okay.
You take 10 points of energy damage. You don't... Some small miracle, you don't go down just yet. I don't know how, but you don't. God damn. You are a beefy boy. You're stronger than our or berserker. Holy crap. So, it is your father's turn. And he just says, huh. You look a little beat up there, son. Let me, let's see if I can fix it up for you. And he is going to second wind you.
You can second wind on other people?
Shh. It's a story moment. You regain 11 hit points as he starts bandaging your wounds. As you're just like, all right, I got you covered. And you just fire. You and the Death Trooper are just kind of peeking around the corners, firing at each other. He's kind of kneeling down and giving you some bare bones medical support, and you regain a bit of hit points back.
Awesome.
True warriors don't go down easy. Fadius!
Can't believe I'll say it,
Yes.
but thank you.
Alright, my first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move a little bit. So, I'm gonna move
So
there.
you're going to use your kind action to bonus action to disengage, right?
No.
Otherwise, you will get an attack of opportunity if you move back that far.
Do I?
Yes.
Oh,
If you
what-
move out of range within 5 feet of a creature, you will get an attack of opportunity unless you disengage. But it's only a bonus action.
Okay, well, in that case, first, I'm gonna use a trick shooter.
Ooh.
I'm gonna do a blinding shot.
Go for it. So what do they have to roll against that? If you wouldn't mind just clicking on the text, it should pop up.
It says the target must make a Constitution saving throw or be blinded until the end of your next turn.
Ooh, let's roll for that. Okay, so...
It's 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your dexterity modifier.
So that, for you, that would be 14. She has to be a 14. Let's see, your constitution is also not great. Let's do it. She has to beat a 12 or higher to succeed.
How do I roll for this? This is
8! She fails. So you just roll an attack roll to see if you hit first off.
That's just a regular d20?
Yeah, so no, it's your blaster pistol attack.
Oh, okay. I'll use that.
Yep.
Internet is so slow.
That's alright, man. It's kind of buggy in my end, too.
Blaster.
17 just hits. She is blinded, which means you can move away without taking an attack of opportunity, without needing to disengage. And yeah, she has disadvantage on melee attack rolls, and you could roll your attack with... sorry, Juju's unconscious, so unfortunately you do not get sneak attack. So you can roll your damage, however. You click on the blaster pistol.
I can roll, I can do damage or whatever?
Yeah, you can do damage still. And she's just like, ah! And just, you blast her eye, it blasts like just above her face, and the sparks just burn into her retinas, and she's covering her eyes, and just screaming out in pain.
Can I move and then make that shot?
No, you can't without getting attack for unless you want to get an attack for opportunity, unless you disengage. You're not gonna get blinded, so don't worry about that.
Yeah, I'm not. All right, fair enough. In that case, then I'll just make the attack.
Yeah, the
let's
attack
see here.
hits, so just determine the damage.
Oh, how do I roll for the damage?
So you click on the blaster pistol text in the messenger.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
No worries. So click on that.
I keep forgetting that. Blaster pistol damage.
10 points of energy damage as you blast her eyes, and she is currently blinded, and you can move wherever now without getting an attack for opportunity.
Can move wherever now.
Ah! Ah! You excellent worm! Ah! And she opens up her eyes, and it's just like there's like veins just sprouting out as she just looks around, holding out her hands in blindness. Holy hot mama. It is her turn. She is going to attempt to use the force power, which may or may not work. Thanks to your bubble, we'll see if it does. Unfortunately, a 10 or higher is a success, so she will be able to cast it. She kind of like gets bathed in this dark energy, and these tentacles begin to sprout out, and she just says, "I told you to die like a man!" And like these tentacles just sprout out, and I need
I have to call in. I won't be able to make it through the shift.
yeah, sorry. I will need Arron and Thaddeus to
This
make
is running longer than I thought too, so I won't even be able to map after.
yeah, sorry. Oh, I'm sorry about that. You know what? It is getting late. A bunch of people need to get to work. The Sith is in a pretty bad place. So, just scaving by, the rest of you manage to slay the Death Troopers and slay the Inquisitor. Who wants to be responsible for slaying the Inquisitor?
Me.
Thaddeus and Kaliban, I would like you both to roll a d20. Whoever gets higher gets to be responsible for killing the Inquisitor.
Fuck.
Alright, Thaddeus, roll a d20, please.
Wrapping it
Oh!
up.
Oh! Thaddeus, despite wanting to claim another Inquisitor for your bounty board, Caliban gets the last laugh. As you blast her a few more times, Caliban leans in behind her and sticks your lightsaber right for her chest. Is there anything you'd like to say as you do so, Caliban?
Vader's next.
She says, Anakin is Vader.
I know. You told me. One and the same. And then I use pyrokinesis and set her on fire.
As she's burning, she just laughs and says, you won't go anywhere. The Empire will find you. You will forever be their slaves. And she just burns into nothing but ashes as she screams out. Juju, you're brought back to 1 hit point. You're back out of unconsciousness. S3 and Dice are unfortunately no more.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace to the brave
R.I.P.
souls. Candaris, you managed to survive with your father, and he just, without a word, just holds his arm over your shoulder and says, so, we're currently standing above a bunch of dead Death Troopers, slain Inquisitor. The Empire will no doubt want our heads on a spike, and the Mandalorians will no doubt want to hang me for helping out a couple of Sith. So what now?
I say we take the Inquisitor's ship and we go.
I agree, Father.
Oh. A proven warrior is always worth listening to, so lead the way.
Right.
As you all head off without saying another word. Sunset in the horizon. Lightning Thaddeus drive away from Inquisitor Empire's attention for a time. Who knows how long all of you will be free. But rest assured, a life of freedom is better than living like a slave. And you all will all do anything to achieve that freedom, even if it means staying amidst the fringes of the Empire. Thank you so much, everybody. To those listening at home, to those playing tonight, you all did a fantastic job. Well done. Thank you.
But I didn't get to talk about my character's tragic backstory.
Well, tell us your tragic backstory.
So he was a Padawan at the Jedi Temple, and he was bullied by the other kids, and just you know, in an emotional outburst, he says, "I wish you were all dead." He runs into the next room, and then, Order 66 happens, and then they all die, and he feels incredibly guilty. But then something in him snaps, and he eats the Padawan bodies to survive.
Is there anything else you guys would like to share before we close off? About your characters.
Yeah, fuck you, Caliban, you took my trophy.
Nice. Well, good night,
Only
everybody.
thing I'd like to say.
I'll go for it.
Might as well reveal my character. Real name was Drashar Drodost. The conflict that destroyed his village was between the Mandalorian and the Jedi, and the Mandalorians took him and a twin sister in, and basically everything else about the backstory was true, except the reason for joining the Separatists was Mandalore was doing nothing. He didn't want to sit around and do nothing, so tried to leave. Father wouldn't allow him to take the suit. Reluctantly agreed, just to go back and try and steal the suit again. Made it out with peace with his sister. Thought he killed his sister, and then fucked off.
Wow, what a story, Mark.
Wow.
That's quite the backstory.
All of
That
you
is
guys.
backstory.
What's the thing Spider-Man Noir says in Spider-Verse? That's a hardcore backstory. Something like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
If we weren't gonna get copyright strike, I'd play us out with the Guts theme from Berserk.
I mean, you could just
The
scream.
original
That
intention for today was potentially to kill the old man and take the rest of his Beskar armor.
Oh yeah, I was gonna betray you all and join the Sith because I've been a simp for the Sith, but that's just my character's way of reconciling trauma. He thought he joined the forces that killed his classmates and also the only girl he ever loved. But then he had a change of heart last minute, and then he was gonna be a hero by literally crushing her.
your fat ass saved us all. Have a
Count
good.
Dooku was
Yeah,
Count Dooku was my master, and I want to go on revenge spree to find Anakin Skywalker, who killed him. But then Darth Vader put me under his wing, and little did I know, Anakin and Darth Vader are all one and the same.
Dun, dun, dun.
Damn. Esprit XY, what was your backstory?
Oh shit.
Weren't you Mace Windu's sex doll?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, gross.
You know, he was on the streets hooking, and Mace Windu came down, picked him up, and then they went on some grand adventures together. And then eventually you saw Mace Windu get killed by Anakin Skywalker, which led to a whole bunch of trauma, a lot of PTSD in battle. Became very faulty, and
He's a
then
droid. Oh,
Droids have feelings too.
they do. They
they're
sure do.
people too.
Yeah.
Alright.
Good
Too
night,
bad
guys.
Steven isn't here, or we would have gotten Dice's backstory. But oh well.
Yeah,
Stay tuned for Conan.
yeah, stay tuned for Conan, guys. Good night. Love you all. God bless Star Wars. May the Force be with you. Have a good night.